Good morning, everybody. Hello. Guys, let's land this plane. A short journey this week. 4-day work week. We made it, guys. It's Friday. Rafe Williams back on the show after a harrowing 24 hours.
Going to Pound Town at the
Pound Town. I don't know.
Colonoscopic Palace.
I don't know if you know what that means.
Oh.
Pound Town.
Well, I imagine it takes some sort of manning of some sort of rod or some sort of tubing to get things inside of you.
Maybe Tube Town. I don't know.
Oh, Tube Town.
Tube
Right
Town.
on, dude.
Yeah. Hopping the train to Tube Town.
Yep.
Tube
Next
Town's where
stop,
I live.
Tube Town. Rafe,
yes?
I do want to ask this question. And Rafe had a colonoscopy and
the Rafe
endoscopy.
Williams butts and guts blowout extravaganza has came and went.
Yes. So,
Put my headphones.
the big question is,
Yo.
so Wednesday you started your cleanse. Let the cleansing commence. That was about 5 o'clock on Wednesday evening. The procedure was yesterday at, I texted you at 5 o'clock yesterday, thinking you were just going in.
Yeah, I was out.
You were out.
I was out. I was sprung by that time, brother.
What time did you go in for the procedure?
I arrived at 2. Something going on with my headphones got me tripping out. I arrived at 2. They had me in there by 3.
Oh, okay. So
Out by 4. And I think I was putting my clothes back on before 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So I thought you had a 5 o'clock appointment.
Yeah, I thought you were in at 4.
Well, you guys were all wrong.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
you said 4 to me, so hey, man.
well, that's good. You got it done early afternoon. Fine. How much did you weigh prior to you taking the
take
pills for the colon cleanse?
Did we take bets?
No, but we can right now. Do we all
We
want to
can
go
right
around
now.
with
How much weight did you?
loss?
How much
Okay,
weight
hold
did
up.
you lose?
I weighed at 6 p.m. before taking the first round of pills, and
Okay.
I weighed
How much did you weigh at 6 p.m.?
right before I went to the doctor because you take the second round the next day in the morning
Right.
at 8, and then
I wanted you
blow
to
out
weigh
till
in
about 10,
right before you left to go to the
and
hospital.
I did.
Okay, so weight
Before.
before.
Weight before was 270.0 pounds, right on the nose,
270.
270.
Okay. All right. Now
which
we're
hurts to say out loud, but I
Point what?
die for the bit.
Point what?
270.0.
0.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So 270 on the nose.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to be easy math.
Oh,
which
tell me
I
you're going to
like.
get a perfect pump.
No, but it's easily.
Oh, man.
It was close.
If you had lost, 6 pounds.
It was close to
and
a
you were
perfect
another
pump.
0.0. Oh,
I'm
that
gonna
was so
say-
cool.
I'm going to say that after all the fecal matter came out of your body, that you wound up weighing.
By the way, the
the
pills,
leftover jokes.
Yeah. Please tell me.
they're like clockwork, dude.
I told you.
They are in.
It's the best.
You blow for about 45 minutes, and you're done. It's not like an all-day affair.
Wait,
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah, but then you take.
I mean, it takes a minute.
There's multiple rounds.
Yeah, but it's only about two hard rounds, and you're.
What?
2 solid rounds.
And then you got.
I wasn't up all night the night before. I got it all done.
Oh, I was.
Was there a liquid round?
All rounds were liquid.
yeah,
I was
it's all
running
liquid.
back and forth. I mean,
No, with the pills, I mean, it was great, right? Wasn't it? That's the way to go. If you
What
can
were the
swallow
leftover
pills.
jokes? Yeah, the pills were.
I was saying turds are leftover jokes and comedians.
Oh,
That was a little joke I had. Thanks. Didn't really land.
You had to do it again in the morning, though, right?
Swinging
Thanks a lot.
3 rounds total? Or was it just 2 rounds in the evening?
2.
That was it. Oh, wow.
one at night, one next day.
that's it.
That's it.
Oh. Okay. Well, I say that you wound up weighing prior to going into your procedure 264.
Okay.
I say
Point
264.2.
5. 264.5 is my final weight.
0.2 for me. I think you lost a little more.
I'm going to say 262.1.
Wow. Oh, 7.9. What?
Okay. Scott?
Well, he's notorious for having a lot of fecal matter in
Yes.
there. So I'm going to go 63.4.
Ooh.
Okay, and
The actual retail
Wow.
price
actual retail weight.
of my liquid. Two of you are very close. I'm not sure who's going to win this, but I lose weight very easily. I gain weight very easily.
So I'm out. Am I out?
You're out.
Okay, damn it.
The actual retail weight was
Oh my goodness.
262.8 pounds.
Whoa.
So 7.2.
I win.
262.8.
I win because I said 262.1. I did not
Well,
go over.
congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Nice.
Did you weigh yourself this morning?
I didn't. I should have.
man,
I'm
please-
sure it's going to be depressing.
I told him yesterday, I
curious.
texted and checked on Rafe and I go, do not have an eating disorder. Because we all do this. We all go through, we fast and we liquidize our bowels and then we want to stay at that
No,
liquidized
I know.
weight.
And you know what's funny about that is that when I texted Rafe at 5 o'clock, he texted me right back. I go, that's weird. So how you doing? You go, on my way to Andy Gunn's.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I said, oh, like, where at Andy Gunn's? It's like my son for his birthday.
Did not know that, by the way.
I thought you knew, and I thought you were joking.
I know. I had no idea where you were.
I thought Rizz went to Annie Gunn's on your son's birthday.
No, last night.
Okay.
We went there last night, and I thought he was joking around. But I didn't really tell anybody. So he wouldn't have known.
Interesting.
And then you go, hey, can you call me? And I'm like, I'm out of dinner. And I didn't realize you were on your way to Annie Gunn's. Like we had no idea we were there.
Did you guys sit at the same table?
No, we were. By the time he got there, the check had dropped, and we were ready. We were ready to walk out.
No.
They were leaving. We were coming.
That's a good first.
Yeah, that's a great.
That's a good post-colon blowout meal.
For sure.
I would think so.
Well, we got out of the thing. And Josh McNew, our video producer, is a friend of mine, and they wouldn't let me leave unless I had a person. So he just came by after work. I was like, just come by, pick me up.
We told you that.
That's fine.
You were going to Uber home. Like, they're not going to even do it until you have a ride secured.
We got it all. I got it all squared
Okay,
away.
well, I'm just saying.
But then he's a hypochondriac. He's real close. They're neck and neck on hypochondria.
To me, yes.
So I got two hypos in my life, and it's sweet guy. Asked the nurse. He goes, "How long do I got to stay with him?" And she's like, "Oh, you really should spend the entire night with him." And he goes, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, he could have rectal bleeding, or
Oh, they didn't tell me that.
he could have any, with the anesthesia. You never know. It's good to have somebody monitor them overnight." And I was like, "Dude, you do not have to. I'm good."
I just want him sitting at the foot of your bed with with a lantern.
And he was like, "Let me call my wife." I think he wanted a night away from his toddler. To be
That's true.
honest,
He's got a young kid.
he's a young kid, and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, I'll just stay at your place." And I was like, "Man, that's a lot. I just needed a ride." And so I'm like, "Well, then I'll take you. Let's go eat somewhere good." So I took him to Annie Gunn's, and yeah, good first meal, dude.
What'd you eat?
Took down a ribeye, bro.
Nice.
I mean, clean colon.
Nice.
Let's get it in there.
Put something to
Let's
stick.
go.
Let's get a little lube in there. I need a little something to lube it up.
Well, and we'll get into
Some blue cheese au gratin potatoes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dang.
Butternut squash.
nice
Heck yeah.
asparagus,
Little asparagus. Pretty
Nice.
good. All around, pretty good.
medium rare.
Yeah, mid-rare.
Nice. Ribye's the way to go.
Got to do it.
Ribye's the way to go. And we'll get into the nuts and bolts of what went on during your procedure because we had Josh roll tape.
Yeah.
Josh rolled tape, documentary style.
Good.
And he was there when Rafe woke up. He was there when the doctor told him what's up. Mm-hmm. The whole thing. So we'll play that for you. In lieu of Rafe's in memoriam, which he couldn't write yesterday because of what was going on. But
Well, it's part of the in memoriam. It's saying goodbye to the Rafe Williams butts and guts blowout.
right.
But
And
it's also a public service message.
we'll call it Rafe's cool colon.
Yeah, I
But
like that.
here's what I was reading.
Shout out to the Center for Advanced Medicine at Barnes Jewish Hospital because they took good care of me. Everybody was super cool. There were some fans there
Fans of the show?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They were excited to see that booty, I bet.
I asked everyone. I asked a lot of questions coming out. We have a edited reel, but there's about 35 minutes. I was a little loopy coming out of
it, but I'm going to give you the highlights.
I woke up during.
What?
That is one thing. I wonder if they told me it might happen.
You woke up during the procedure?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
On
the
purpose.
nightmare.
Wait, do you remember what was happening?
Yeah, they were in butt.
Oh, no.
Wow.
They were
You
definitely
could
in
feel-
butt. Well, I mean, no one was in front of me. They did my front first.
Hello?
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, I'm all alone. I'm all
hello?
alone, but there's some jostling.
I hear things.
And
Wow.
I vaguely remember like the anesthesiologist being like, oh, just give him a little more.
You heard
and
an
I was
oh.
gone.
Oh.
You heard a Midwest. Oh.
Wait, you woke.
great.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
whoa.
No
You feel
pain.
You're unlocked.
I was cool. They told me because it's just sedation, it's like propofol sedation. And she's like, I'm going to give you some. You're going to feel a warm feeling. They put like a bit in my mouth like a horse, and then I was out.
And that
Yeah,
stuff,
that's the best part. That's
that
the
stuff
best.
is absurd, isn't it?
That's the best part of
I don't
it.
remember going out, but I remember waking up and being like, oh, I'm awake. Where is everybody? And then going back out. And then when next time I woke up, I was in the recovery room.
Yeah, the whole confusion of where am I, and when you realize you're in the operating room still, that's the nightmare fuel.
I'm not sure they call it the operating room.
Yeah, it wasn't
Well,
bad.
procedure room, whatever.
If I'm going to wake up during one, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, true.
Half propofol.
I don't want to be like open,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. I was on my side. I couldn't see nothing.
You probably couldn't feel anything either. You're probably just like, what?
And it was probably for a split second.
Take
And
away
It
my
was
insides.
literally for a second, and then they gave me a hot dose, and then
Well-
they're like, they asked if I was a drinker, because I guess like they're like, are you a heavy drinker? And I go, not anymore. And I go, but my body might have remembered,
Well,
because she's like heavy drinkers. Sometimes the sedation, like they're so used to getting like
Yeah,
hammered,
bearing
and, like,
down.
and like rallying through. And I go, dude, my body remembered how to party. So I was kind of proud of myself. I was like, my body had muscle memory of like, we know what this is.
Oh, yeah.
Get up and finish the party.
You're hammered again, laying on your side.
Yeah. My brain was like,
ooh, I know
nice
this
try,
What?
but I guarantee right now you can get a couple more Jaeger bombs in you.
No, your body was like, oh, I remember this. I'm passed out and somebody behind me. I should probably.
oh, dude, what if his body was like, we're back, baby?
Y'all ready for some eggs, Tyrone?
We're hammered and somebody's behind me.
Oh,
Give me the keys. I'm ready to drive.
well, I read this thing this morning, and I'm thinking about you, Rafe, and I'm thinking about myself as well. I'm actually thinking about all of us
Okay.
and all of our quote unquote issues.
Yeah.
Our issues.
We got some issues.
Always complaining, this is wrong, that's wrong. I got this going on, I got that going on. My thyroid, my ulcers,
My
my
ovary.
beehole, my ovaries. I'm a redhead. Well, guys, at least for Rafe and I, we got to pay the piper. It's time.
What now?
Because there is an age window that is the most important for your health. There are 10 years in your life that if we don't take care of ourselves in that window, we are setting ourselves up for misery outside the window.
Oh, God, please take care of yourselves. I can't deal with
Talk to me.
So there is a new study that's highlighting just how important your late 30s and your early 40s are for when it comes to your long-term health.
Oh.
So according to researchers, the 10 years between 36 and 46, that it will set the stage for how you'll feel later in your life.
Yeah.
And I saw that number, 36, and I saw the other number, 46. And I go, boy, that is the window I really did not take care of
You went,
myself.
boy, I blew it.
I blew it. I blew it.
Hey, it's not
guys.
too late. Oh,
Is 40
It's
the
too
new
late.
20
is.
It
on
is.
this? So
It's too late. Rafe, it's too late for us. But you guys still have a chance.
Okay.
yeah, well, we got a year
I still
and a
got
half. 2 years.
5-6 months.
Get it in. Get it in now.
Wherever we land by our birthday, we shall stay.
Okay,
We got to do this, bro.
So I got.
You guys
we got to.
seem
We got to
I
get.
have like
fasting
a
now.
month and a half.
Yeah, we got to get it. You got to. When's your birthday? August.
August.
Wait, I thought you were already
August
46.
17th.
I am
You
does
have-
46 still count? Am I still in the
No,
window?
you're on. You're
I feel like
over.
the window's closed.
No,
Yeah,
you're,
you're
you're
over.
year
Window's
zero,
closed.
bro.
No.
No.
That's what I feel.
When you become 46 is
Rafe's-
when it stops.
Rafe's doing shady math here. Let's be honest.
Why
Let's
would
not
you
do
start at
criminal math.
36 if 36 doesn't count? Why wouldn't it be 35
The
to
window
45?
opens at
No,
36.
36.
You're trying to
So
make
it
up new
opens when you
numbers,
turn
pal.
36.
Yes, and it closes when you turn 46.
Let me say this to you guys, though.
Then
I
why
will
did
give
you
you
bring
hope.
this up?
You got an 11-year
Because
decade.
we're younger.
Because
A couple
other
of us
people
still
in
have a
this room
chance.
Still have a chance.
Think
Can I
about
say
others
this?
for a moment.
I read a study the other day that said at the age of 49 is when we give up. When your body actually, something chemically happens in our brains at 49 that makes us want to settle down and not exercise as much and like sit down more. And I think, and I was having this thought about, because Tim's grandma is like 94. And, you know, she knows that she's knocking on heaven's door like
Whoa.
soon.
Maybe
I mean,
she
she's
doesn't.
94.
Maybe she's hearing this and like, wait a second, what?
No,
She's
but
way outside the window,
We
by the way.
talk about it because there's something that happens to elderly people where you're not afraid of death at that point. You're just like, yeah, this is
They
it's
talk about
happening.
it with bone-chilling ease.
So yeah, exactly. And I think it starts at 49 because researchers have found a chemical in our brain starts making us want to just chill at 49.
Really?
And if you stop exercising, then obviously you will die sooner.
I want to know what her life was like between the ages of 36 and 46.
I bet you it was perfect.
I bet you. It was
I will
perfect.
call her
Dude, it's so,
tonight.
it's so funny you say this. Me and Scott were just talking about this a couple days ago because in his family, a bunch of them have just pulled 90-something, just out of nowhere, just boop, 90s. And I said, dude, man, you come from a good line. Like, you know, a lot of these folks got well in their 90s. His grandmother was still driving to the bank at like 94, 95,
That's how
whatever the
Tim's
heck it was.
grandma is.
And you know what he said? He goes, yeah. Yeah, they live a long time, but they love being old. And what he meant by that was like they turn 45 or 49, like you said, and they lean in hard.
Right.
They
If
go
it's
in. They go in hard on like well, back in my day, oh, you know, I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm feeling this. I'm
Well,
feeling
Like
that.
all the ladies, they cut their hair off at like 40 and they just curled it like an old woman and they
Yeah.
let it go white. And they were like, I'm ready. Their voices
Wow,
switched,
what?
everything.
Yeah, he said like that, and he's right. Like that whole side of the family, it just leans into being the old person.
Yeah.
Probably right around 50, and then for another 40 years.
For this study, so researchers track people born in 1959, checking on their physical and mental health at different points in their lives, from their late 20s into their 60s. And the results showed that habits picked up in the late 30s and early 40s, both good and bad, shape what is ahead.
Okay, I'm going to be all right.
So I'm not. And Rafe, buddy, we screwed up.
Speak for yourself, Holmes.
I know
2022, I got in the best
what
shape
was going
ever.
on in your life between those ages.
Well, I quit drinking at 33. So I feel like I got a little
Okay,
bit of
all
a
right,
runway.
baby.
And I had a good chunk. I lost some weight. I got about 5 good years of being in good shape. I'm about split. I split the diff. Because I got really, when I quit drinking, I got in really good shape. Like college football weight for a couple of years. And then I slowly kind of backed it back on.
Well, this is why prevention
Then I
and
lost
early
it all
action
in
are important.
2021, and then I put it back on.
But you've lost it. Like
I've
you've
lost some
weight.
more weight, but like, I got prescribed by a freaking medical professional yesterday, and I got confirmation. I don't know if it got cut out of this segment or not, but she said, I have ulcers.
Yes.
They found ulcers.
Okay, I left all that in.
And, okay, well, did you leave in the part where she told me to lose weight?
Oh, no. This
Straight
is what
up
I'm
on
talking
camera?
about.
While you're on drugs,
While I'm on drugs, she go, yeah.
hey, while
I'm
we're
not sure
talking,
if I left that in or not.
Well, I'm going to say it anyway, just in case, even if you did.
Tell her that you borderline have an eating disorder where you don't eat for the majority of the day.
No,
and that
I
this
did
is
not
going
tell
to
her
ruin
that.
you.
That's not. I just don't eat here all the time. I try to like not eat when I try not to eat all the crap that people send us. But it's so good.
Let me talk to the people that still have a chance. Okay.
Look at me when you're talking because
Yes.
I'm right here.
I have a chance.
I'm here.
Rafe, you're out.
I was medical.
You're out.
And then the nurse goes,
Windows closed for us.
"Well, you know what'll help with that?" She goes, "You gotta lose a few pounds." And I go, "Oh, okay, Tanya.
All right.
I just had someone up my butt. Can you give me 5 minutes?" I was eating Cheez-Its while she was telling me this, by the way.
Oh, I heard.
And I go, so what you're telling me? I know you're going to hate some of this misophonia stuff because I was mic'd up eating roll
Why do you think he
pretzels
edited
and
it? He was like, I got to get these crunchies out of here.
Well, I got my headphones on at my desk, and I go, oh, God.
You
and you're
immediately
eating
got angry.
Cheetos on mic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was a little gift
I was
just for
going to
you.
jump out the window.
And I said, so what you're telling me, Tanya, in your professional opinion, you're prescribing me that I medically have to get hot as AF. And she said, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Wow.
Okay, well,
I said, well,
I hope
Tanya,
it helps.
Nurse Tanya,
it's been
what's up?
prescribed. She was awesome.
The study here specifically points to 3 big habits that can make a real difference in that window. Number 1, stop smoking.
Darn it.
Number 2, cut back on the alcohol. They didn't say eliminate it. They said cut back. And 3, you gotta move. You gotta exercise a little bit.
I feel like that should be the first one you got.
Damn it.
Well, that sucks. I'm smiling because somebody from the 618 sent us before he or after his colonoscopy, and they put these big googly eyeballs on one of his butt cheeks, and his crack looks like a smile. And I just want to say thank you for sending that to the text line. That's very nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
You know, man, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to go to the track and get in 6 miles in under a minute or whatever. My mother has been walking Kohl's 2 times a day for however many years. You just got to get your laps in. Walking.
Yeah,
if you
walking.
just walk every
Wait, she
day.
walks
30
burning
minutes a day.
coals?
Anytime I call her between these certain hours, she's doing her 1 hour laps at Kohl's. And it used to be Crestwood Plaza, because she was just up and down Crestwood Plaza, but just getting in steps. When you say exercise, it doesn't necessarily mean you got to join a soccer team.
No, you just gotta move.
Yeah. That's why I like getting phone calls in the afternoon because by the end of the day, I'll have 15,000 steps because I pace the whole time.
Yeah, we're pacers.
I'm just gonna call you.
Please
Scott.
do. It's good.
We just
it's good
walk. I'm
exercise.
just gonna walk and call. Scott, we're gonna walk and talk together.
Walk and talk,
That's
man.
not right.
Love a walk. and talk.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, so we just gotta take care of ourselves, guys.
Well, it's over for you. You don't
It's
have to do
over.
anything.
Can I talk
you
about
missed
my
it.
health stuff that happened to me? I also want to talk about things from a different organ.
Please.
Okay, because next week I have a procedure. Next week I have to go get an ultrasound because on Sunday morning I had my 3rd ovarian cyst explode, and it was very painful.
We have audio of that actually.
Yes. There it was. And so now I got to go check things out. They don't put you under for that, but it's very awkward because you've all been around ultrasounds, maybe. Mm-hmm.
Why is it awkward?
Well, it's awkward because of the contraption that you have to get inside of you to take the actual ultrasound, You got to put this thing up there.
A wand.
It's a wand.
Oh, I thought the ultrasound was that's sonogram.
Well, they still have that on top of your,
Yeah,
they got to look
this
at my
one's a boop.
ovaries.
Boop.
Oh, ooh.
And then they take pictures. And I've had cysts before that were the size of those little peeled, those little oranges you can peel.
Oh,
Cuties.
clementines?
Cuties.
Yeah, like little clementine.
Holy smokes.
A little
that's
cutie
enormous.
on my left ovary. So, and this has happened 3 times now. Same ovary. So I might have.
We're gonna send Josh with you.
We should.
He's gonna roll tape.
Yeah. Show everybody what's up.
He's gonna be right there with you. So
Narrating.
yeah, narrating the whole thing.
I would love
I hope
it.
you don't mind.
That's fine.
And he'll watch over you, by the way, when you sleep as
He'll
well.
be, that'll be great.
He'll watch over you, make sure everything's safe. Mm-hmm. When are you going?
Tuesday, which is fine. But I do need to figure it out because, I might have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it sucks. And women that have it know what's up. But yeah,
Yeah, you said you were
Health
on the
corner.
floor Sunday morning.
I was writhing in
That's
pain.
brutal.
Yeah.
It was awful. Shout out to my husband for handling everything because I was. I mean, I imagine it's similar to labor contractions because it comes in waves, just that
man.
deep pain. And it was not good at all. And Scott and I have talked about his wife has had some things, and
Yeah.
it's just awful whenever it's happening.
This is kind of where she had to take off work a few times.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling my doctor. I was like, dude, I'm so happy. I didn't call her dude, but I was like, I'm so happy that it didn't happen in public
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it just takes you out. It's so debilitating.
Yeah, and if that happened here,
Nobody's
I'm
going to
sorry.
help.
Yeah, in crisis, I'm no good.
Yeah.
You know that.
No, I don't.
I'm already.
My worst nightmare is having my cyst explode in this room, having to I would be worried about I would have to be worried about how you're uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't be able to.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm just flat out saying it right now. If a crisis happens in front of me, don't count on me. It's like a bonus if I do jump in.
You know why, right? Because you weren't exercising between 36 and 46.
right. I know.
That makes sense.
If I jump in, just be pleasantly surprised, okay?
Whoa. I
Fight
must
or
be
flight.
dead.
He's
Rizz is here.
I'm out of here.
Lauren, I seriously got to get you hooked up with my wife's doctor because
I
they
know.
got her all cleaned up and she doesn't have pain anymore.
All cleaned
Well,
up.
that's the thing. I'm like, I don't know. Like, do I have to get something burned off of my ovary? Like, if this thing is going to keep coming back? Because cysts explode all the time and they come back because they just rebuild, Takes like a year and a half. It's awful.
Hey, sister, explode, sister.
Get on the flow, sister.
Gotta pop that node, sister.
Well, I hope everything goes all right.
Yeah, me too. Thanks. Health Corner, everybody.
All right, enough
Good morning.
about that.
Well, if it ever explodes in here, we got your back.
You know what? One more health thing, okay? One more health thing. This is a story.
He'll try to give you the Heimlich. He won't know what's going on. He'll be like, oh.
Who, me?
Yeah, until you'll just revert
No,
to...
I'm just run away.
He'll just put pasta sauce on me and be like, shut up.
I just run away. Do you think this is possible, or does this lady just really need to forget her ex and move on? So there's a woman. Her name is Christine Connell, and she is being talked about on the interwebs because she says her ex-boyfriend's nasty fart gave her a sinus infection that's lasted 7 years.
Ew. Because of the fungus? Like, what are we talking about right now?
Okay.
We're talking about the power of the fart.
That's the power of a woman's grudge.
Yeah, I think she's married to my cousin.
So she had surgery on her ankle, and she was staying in a hotel with her boyfriend, and she was in bed, and he was getting into bed naked when he ripped one so rank. She said she'd never smelled anything like it.
Oh,
Unfiltered.
corpse flower.
Unfiltered.
So she didn't say how long ago they broke up, but shortly after the fart, she developed a sinus infection that stuck with her ever since. Here she is talking about it.
We dated like 7 years ago. I've had a persistent sinus infection ever since he and I stayed in a hotel one night after I had surgery, and he farted terribly. I got my sinus infection cultured today, and it is E. coli. You usually don't get E. coli in your sinuses because E. coli is from poop. I don't know. How does that get in your sinuses unless you have a boyfriend who farts disgustingly and you are forced to inhale it because you are immobile after ankle surgery?
Puke?
Okay.
So he blasted one. She thinks the poop particles got up into her sinuses, causing the infection that's lasted 7 years.
Well,
And E. coli comes from due to feces,
Yeah, should you wash your hands?
or from not washing your hands. So she thinks the bacteria that's been living in her nose came from her boyfriend's colon.
poop articles, man. Fecal poo stain.
Come on.
It's everywhere.
Do you
and
think
the-
she just picks her nose a lot? And
Well,
Yeah,
Scott,
could be.
the question is, would this be even possible? Is this possible?
a toot and a snoot?
And the answer is maybe.
Oh,
We haven't seen an actual expert weigh in, but it sounds like it could happen if the conditions were right. The fact that he was naked is the only reason it might be possible.
Whoa.
If he had pants on, they would have acted as a sort of filter and prevented the E. coli from reaching her face.
This sounds like a job for a college in, probably Florida, to be honest. Put this to the test. You know what I mean? We need somebody, a well-funded organization, to put this to the test and have a bunch of unfiltered farts.
Just have people
Breathed in real heavy.
We will commission a see.
How
Yeah.
much do you pay the people breathing in the farts?
I don't know. They're doing it for
Whatever
science.
it's worth. Which
They're
I would-
doing it for the good of humanity. I don't know.
Yeah.
What kind of grant can we get for this?
I just
Sponsored by
don't believe
beans.
it. There's way too... I got to think about how I'm going to phrase this. There's way too many of the younger generation that are just out there
Willy-nilly?
munching butt. This would be happening all the time. They're getting it right from the tap these days.
I see what you're saying.
Oh, God.
So there's no way.
Really?
Oh, it's
What's wrong, young
prevalent.
people?
You've been out the game a while.
I
It's
smell
prevalent
I
out
smell
there
what you're cooking.
in the streets.
I have been out of the game
This
for
is
a
what
while.
the kids are doing
It's
now.
prevalent in the
I'm
streets.
glad I'm out of this game.
They're not licking toads anymore,
I don't
guys.
like this
Butt munching.
conversation
They're not
anymore.
licking toads. They've moved on to something else.
You're right. We'd be seeing this a lot more.
It's a much more acceptable practice than it ever was. And if you're getting it straight from the tap, there ain't no way a fart's getting all up in
Well,
there.
this
There's
was
no
a
filter.
blast away with no filter.
Unfiltered under the covers,
you're
presumably.
Ew.
And if she was injured, maybe
She
her
was-
body was.
She was, she was immobile.
Okay, so her body's fighting, and maybe it's not, her immune system wasn't super strong.
Do you break up though? I mean, like, or does the guy feel bad? What do you do as a man? And this has happened
The
to you, a
guy
woman?
hasn't talked to this gal in 6 years or whatever you said.
No, he gets.
Are you
to
kidding?
outside.
He's farting in somebody else's bed.
They broke up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She
sorry, I
says
missed
her
that.
ex.
And she said 7 years or something like that she's had this.
Gross.
Sinus
One particular
infection for
sinus
7
infection.
years.
Hey, here's the other issue. You're gonna have a sinus infection for 7 years and you just got it cultured now? What's wrong with you?
Yes, up at
These
you.
people exist. They just don't go to the hospital. They're like,
Obviously-
it'll
Not
pass.
everybody runs to the hospital when they have a sniffle.
It's 7 years sniffle.
I don't know who that was directed to.
I'm looking at over your shoulder. I don't know. Yeah, she says in a follow-up video that the antibiotics have not kicked in yet. So she may need surgery so they could go in and scrape the bacteria out, which does not sound pleasant.
All right.
If a guy farted in your face,
Unfiltered.
unfiltered, that's a reason to break up, right?
I mean, I've had all my friends' kids come and just rip one in front of my face, not unfiltered, but I mean, that's disgusting enough. My nephew last Christmas was like jumping on all of us and just tooting in our face. Like, I don't deserve this torture.
That's an old tour game for drunken 20-somethings on tour. And there used to be a band that we all know that used to do an unfiltered thing. There was this particular guy who, if somebody was sleeping, like the rules in a bus typically are if you're drunk and you pass out and you don't make it to your bunk, like the bunk was the safe zone.
Right, fair game, any other place.
How dare you throw Johnny Venus under the bus? this
Johnny
way.
Venus did not do unfiltered, but I think he may have witnessed it a time or two. But yeah, so if you made it to your bunk, safe zone. If you fell asleep, passed out, whatever, in the back lounge or the front lounge,
Ouch.
there were eyebrows shaved. This one
smacks.
cat got spray painted. I mean, like you were destroyed. And that's what
God,
happened.
he's so paranoid.
And this one guy-
I hate touring. I haven't even been on tour.
It was great. Just follow the rules. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't even been on tour. I hate it already.
Well, and
Turn this bus around. We're going back home.
I mean, it was fun. It made for great DVDs. But yeah, there was this guy who used to unfilter. He would pull down and just fart in people's faces until one day the unfiltered turned to something else.
Oh, there was an accident?
There was an
Oh,
accident,
no.
and there was a victim, and there was. I'm pretty sure there was an end to that particular aspect of the game.
Oh, my God.
He used to-
Oh, my
I
God.
think it's very
And he
famous.
was in bed?
Very famous band. No, not in bed, in front lounge.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, no, you don't do it in the bunk.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes
No,
people break the rules.
There are no breaking of rules. Rules is rules. You
I
understand?
know. There's a code, an honor.
There
When
is
you
a code.
Open those doors to that bus. There's that.
An honor. There's a code. There's an honor.
There is a code. How
Well,
dare you?
Well, I hope this woman finally knocks that sinus infection out because she got duty up in her nose. I don't know.
That is a new fear unlocked.
Yeah,
though. Who knew that could happen?
I didn't know.
I mean, the poop articles thing with the pink eye. I think that was put to bed though. That was that's all.
What, farting on pillows? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, or, you know, that you could get pink eye
from that.
from a farty pillow or something, which I believed wholeheartedly. It was
Well,
like a
you know-
movie. What was a 40-year-old virgin or something like that? Put that out there in the air, and
That's been a thing for a long time. But even keep your toothbrush away from your toilet. Like that's it. Like if you have your toothbrush near your toilet in the bathroom, every time you flush after duty, those particles are out there.
isn't that why they say that you shouldn't be brushing in the shower? Which, by the way, is not a rule that I follow.
Well,
I don't think there's anything better
Shower.
than brushing your teeth in the shower.
I mean, at least there's a curtain between that and the toilet flush. They were showing, like, I've seen some 60 Minutes 2020 where they show, like, an ultraviolet light when you flush the toilet and all the
You know, that's what I'm saying.
no
if you
way.
don't have the, if you don't have the
Just
lid
Just
on,
a bunch of little tornadoes
Yeah,
flying around.
dude, it looks like
everywhere.
It looks
Purple tornadoes everywhere.
It's like the movie Hook when they put pixie dust on
and
people.
it lands on your toothbrush. Next thing you know, oh, where brush my teeth?
I
And
keep
do you guys
mine in
get
the
grossed
cabinet,
up?
or I keep mine in the cabinet in the case.
I keep mine in another house.
I keep
I don't even brush my teeth.
But do you get
keep
grossed
mine
out
in
when you see the toilet?
autoclave. I
The
keep mine
top
in my mouth.
lid open?
Do I flush with the top lid open?
No, whenever you come into someone's bathroom and the top lid's open, you just know they've been
Flushing away.
flushing, and there's like towels, there's all that stuff around that you're supposed to dry your hands with, and I'm just like, close the
There
freaking
we
lid.
go. I don't want to be drying my hands with no duty towels.
You, you close the lid every time you flush?
I
Scott?
do.
Heck yeah.
You guys are top lid
habit.
closers?
I've never
Yeah.
heard you say this.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard you say this in 20 years of knowing you.
It's a habit.
You sure about this? You're not just jumping on Scott's train here?
I
You
don't
do
want
that?
something to fall in too.
He's a
Y'all do
lid
that
boy.
for real wherever you go?
I mean, it's within the past like 5 years, I would say.
Get out
Be
of
honest.
here. I had no
Just
idea.
in my own house because my cats will fall in and drown in the
Oh,
toilets.
okay.
Oh.
That's why I got to do it in my house.
No, I as habit shut the.
Well, I'll admit, I don't think
I don't think I've ever walked into anyone's guest bathroom and saw a closed lid. I'm really trying to rack my brain to be like, if I ever walked into someone's bathroom and saw a closed lid where I had to lift both the lid and the seat. To go
At my
pee-pee.
house, you will.
Yeah. Do your friends
Been
have
to your
sinus
house, don't
infections?
remember it. I'm not calling you a liar. Maybe it was because you had company over. Maybe the in-laws raised
Yeah,
it.
maybe it's the
didn't
guests
close
that
it.
are blowing it here.
But I've used the bathroom at
We
your
are a
house.
closed lid
It was
house.
certainly not.
We
tell
are
you-
a closed lid house.
I'll tell
Certainly
you
not
what,
on
it does.
Thanksgiving.
It does make me think about it every time because you read some article I don't know how many years ago about how you're not supposed to brush in the shower, you know, because you got steam bringing up the
Yeah,
particles and
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, Psh, I refuse. I refuse to bow to that ridiculous rule
Well,
because they ain't nothing better.
That
You know what I'm
explains
talking
a lot.
about?
Brushing in the shower?
Yeah, man,
Yeah, I do it from time to time.
it's the best thing
I have
ever.
a beer, shower beer too, and
Shower
Yes,
beer is
now-
good, only on vacation. All right, another thing I want to bring up to you guys before we move on. We have a very, very busy show today. And I, for the love of all that is holy, I want honest opinions.
fine.
Okay?
When do we lie on this show? Never.
I know sometimes you have a tendency to soften things up a bit.
I have a soft heart that bleeds for everybody.
Okay, picture this.
Okay.
You're on a flight. Okay, the flight is delayed 2 hours. And then you circle Orlando for another 2. Okay, so
Damn.
your flight is delayed 2 hours. You're going to Orlando, and then you're circling above Orlando for 2 hours.
You don't even get good scenery.
Right.
Bummer.
And then the flight attendant hands the crew mic to a young girl so she could sing Disney songs a cappella.
I saw this.
Oh man, I saw this too.
I saw
Okay,
this.
now I want your thoughts. And I'm gonna start with Lern.
Fine. Not cool. Not cool. I'm pissed. I haven't been, the seatbelt sign has been on. I haven't been able to get up. We are not at our destination. Now I'm not a Disney adult. All right. And I love little kids and I love that they love Disney and that's beautiful. But subjecting an entire plane full of angry people to Disney tunes to try
Sung
and
by
soothe
a
us.
girl who cannot sing.
Yeah.
And here's what that sounded like.
I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can make us strong, I can lead with pride. I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me?
Oh.
Okay, so she's kind of
Lord.
cute, but I'm annoyed and
Lord.
She can
Very
sing for a
upset.
9-year-old.
Now is not the time for cute.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait a
You
second.
got to be like Kelly Clarkson level if you're gonna.
That's right.
Take the Disney out
Sorry.
of it. What if she was singing a song that she wrote? Was that going to change
Oh, that's
anything?
No,
for
I
you?
don't want anybody singing to me on
Nothing
the flight.
changes no matter what she's singing.
I don't care what the age is, what the song is. I am just wanting to get out of this big tube in the sky before I lose my freaking mind. And that would send me over the
There
edge.
is already rage building inside me. We're delayed 2 hours, and now we're circling above my destination
Right.
for another 2 hours. Things are starting to run out of batteries. Okay?
Yeah.
I can't plug my anything in anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Not every flight you can.
We're going to assume. Don't make this the least ideal flight in history. Come on, man. You guys.
I have no snacks. I'm out of snacks.
I feel for y'all.
We're out of snacks.
You crybaby in life. Like
Get out of here.
You guys, come on.
We don't. Okay, you're okay with this?
Yeah, I mean,
Get out of here!
Listen,
There's no freaking way.
listen, dude.
That helps.
Knock it off. Stop making it about Disney. You Disney hating fools.
I'm
not talking about you. I'm talking about him. He
Excuse
just said the thing.
I said she could be singing whatever.
He's jumping on a cool bandwagon. Listen.
Unless it's Adele.
I'm telling you, this is just about.
I love Adele.
Like, I mean, first of all, I'm sure they're also doing this for the kids who are supposed to be the ones that are not handling an extra 2 hours in the air. More than the adults.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys acting like the kids here and being like, I'm up here for another 2 hours.
But we're acting that way
Life
because
is gonna
we're
go on.
subjected to this. Like, just let us have.
But you're
the
not
lights
subjected
off
to it.
and,
This is not
just be quiet.
1973. You guys have your iPod. I mean, your AirPods and every other thing to completely ignore this. You've been given 50 different ways to ignore this.
That crew mic cuts through everything.
Yeah, right.
Somehow I'm out of Xanax. Okay, and
She's coming off as Annex.
things are getting a little too real.
I will say, if I was the flight attendant, I would say, all right, give it up for Alice and her one song. You know what I mean? I wouldn't.
And her
let
name's
her...
Alice. Oh,
No,
God.
I'm just saying.
Alice in Wonderland's here with the caterpillar.
Rafe Williams. Yeah. Your thoughts?
Hell no.
I know
Hell to the no. Shut up!
everybody on this
Shut her up!
island has a role on the side.
You suck!
So maybe I can roll with
Yeah, I mean,
mine.
Boo this child!
Right, I'll be satisfied.
It's very cute.
Yeah, she's on The Voice, 0 chairs turning around. Sorry.
guys.
I'm sorry,
kid.
Simon. It's a no for
Yeah,
me.
it's a no for me, dog. Because
You are
first
not
of
going to
all,
Hollywood. You're going
Not
back
great.
to row 14.
Second of all-
seat C.
the speakers are terrible. I get annoyed when one of the flight attendants has a little shtick that goes on too long.
That's right.
I don't mind it when it's cute. When
I
they
don't
got their
like
little,
shtick.
I
I've
don't mind
made
their
that-
little. I can do their little. I'll give them a 3-minute stand-up routine. up front
Southwest
where
is
it's like,
sometimes guilty of this with the let's do a little
Oh, South,
shtick.
yep. And
I don't need shtick.
And some are better than others.
You know what shtick I do
I
love about
agree with you.
Southwest? Little free drink ticket. That's the shtick that everybody can get behind.
never
You know
seen
what I'm
that.
saying? You'd be really nice to a crew member. They
Yeah,
give you
they
a
give
little.
you some free
They
drink.
give you a
Get out
little
of here.
free
it's a
Jack
little
and Coke.
I guess I've never been nice.
That excites me. A little extra pretzel, a little cinnamon pretzel.
So one of them gave me a sheet of them once.
You're kidding me.
That is awesome.
I know.
That's how you get people to chill.
I know.
2 hours circulating.
Yeah, but I'm starting to throw airplane bottles of Jack Daniels at this girl.
That's right.
Well,
They give you free movies. Turn on another movie.
free drinks aside,
Yeah, G-rated movies. Just
I get a little wrap it up whenever somebody's like, and if. And they're doing their little cutesy thing up front that they do and I'm fine with that. I'm an entertainer. I get what you're doing. At least you're not being mean, but like, some of them are better than others, and some of them go on a little too long. And I'm like, wrap it up, Susan, so we can get in the air. It's got all these cutesy, like, if you don't, and if you lose your child, well, we own them now. And I'm just like, no, this is hilarious. Stop laughing at your own jokes. Like, you earn the laugh. Don't try to prime the audience to laugh at your stuff, Susan.
Alice and Susan are on this flight.
So I can't imagine a concert by a child who, quite frankly, middle of the road singer.
I mean, good on her for having the confidence to do such a thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I'll
the
find
problem.
some
No one's
positive
told
in
her
it.
she shouldn't.
You know, her dad's
that's
got
okay.
his camera out.
This is on the parents, by the way. This is the parents' fault.
Yeah, how does
Let's
this even
not-
happen?
Madison, get up there.
Tell him.
This is not Madison's fault.
How
This
does
is
this
mom
even-
and dad's fault.
You're sitting
Agreed.
down. We are in the air. It's stressful. And then who has the epiphany of, you know what? We'll make this better. Madison, get up there. Go tell that stewardess that, tell her about what you sang in the talent show this year.
Do you think they actually
Absolutely,
ring the
they
bell?
do.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bing. Yes, can I help you guys? Yes, Madison would like to treat the entire cabin with a rendition of whatever Disney song that was.
If Madison had brownies or some sort of carb that she could hand out, now I'm on board.
Madison.
You know? If they were like, you know what? We have all these Girl Scout cookies that we're delivering to my buddy's family in Orlando. But you know what? This flight's been so stressful. Everybody gets some cookies. Then I'm okay. Singing to me? No thanks. You don't know what
not gonna
genres
calm-
I listen to.
That's not going to calm my nerves. That's going to That's gonna piss people off.
You don't know what genres I listen to.
Madison singer.
This is my world,
Hakuna Matata.
and you will adapt to
That's right.
my world, my entertainment preferences.
Man,
Can you imagine you're 4 hours delayed and she launches into Hakuna Matata and somebody just has a psychotic break on the plane, dude.
Right. The emergency door is open.
The last thing you
Oxygen
heard in the
mask
air,
stop.
the last thing you heard before everyone gets sucked out of the plane was like, Hakuna Matata now, insanity later. And then the seal breaks and everyone gets sucked out of the plane like
Not
a
even
movie.
doing the Pumbaa parts, you know? It's upsetting.
And Madison's holding onto the phone as she's being sucked out of the plane, continuing to sing.
I welcome this.
Could happen.
Okay, Scott.
Yeah, this is very plausible.
Could happen.
I do welcome it because I would go and hopefully we just keep the karaoke thing going. I go stand up behind the girl waiting for my chance to sing.
What are you
Yeah.
singing up
Yeah,
there?
get a line.
99 bottles of beer.
Tap dance. Yeah. 99 Bottles is a beautiful song.
Scott taps the child on the shoulder and is like, do you mind if I cut in?
Your guitar's out. What?
No, I think this is great. What an opportunity for a kid to shine.
You know what? The only time that singing on a plane worked was when Robbie Hart was on the flight with Billy Idol.
Okay. Yes.
And then he
Yeah.
decides to
That's a
tell
different
What's-Her-Face that he loves her.
that is from
How's
the
that a
wedding
different
Steals
thing?
her from
That's
Glenn.
different.
How is that a different
That's
thing?
the only
different.
time
Billy
that
Idol.
it's
How is
ever
that a
worked.
different thing?
Billy Idol.
He doesn't
was there.
sing over the intercom.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does.
Or, excuse me, he does. It's on a 4-hour delayed flight.
That's right. They're going to Vegas. It's on time. And you know what? Glenn wanted the stupid window seat, and Drew Barrymore deserved better. And that was hot.
Julia Gulia.
Unless Billy Idol was on that flight. Unacceptable.
Right.
All right, so all in
I had a
agreement.
flight with Edgar Winter once, and he aggressively picked his nose and rolled a booger during the whole flight, and I got
That's
it on
far
tape.
worse. That's
He didn't
far
sing.
worse.
Wait, you were on a flight with Edgar Winter? Yeah. That's sweet.
It was great.
He's albino, right?
He is.
He was very
and his
noticeable,
brother.
and they came in with like it must have been an emergency thing because they all had their guitar cases, and like he was just right. He was like not in first class. Just I think it was a Southwest flight, and I'm like something happened with the Edgar Winter group, and they had to catch a last minute flight.
Oh, probably a rock and roll emergency.
Must have been.
Hell yeah.
What's their big? Oh, Frankenstein is their big.
Yeah, Free Ride.
Free ride. Yeah.
Yeah. Rick Derringer on both of those tracks. Look at us.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He was rolling a big Derringer during the.
Oh, and by Derringer you mean booger. Speaking of kids, the finale of this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee was last night, and the winner was a 13-year-old named Faizan Zaki from Plano, Texas. He correctly spelled the word I can't even pronounce. And here's what that sounded like. Here we go. The winning moment for the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Hello, Dr. Bailey.
Hi, Faison. So if you spell this next word correctly, we will declare you the champion of the historic 100th year of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Now, let's all of us take a deep breath.
What the heck?
Yes, this is the proctor.
And the gamble.
Okay. You guys are annoyed at a kid.
Yeah, this is best
Singing,
in show
but
character.
this
We're
guy-
not in the air. I could leave
guy's-
anytime.
But-
I could leave at any time. You know I'm right.
Fine.
This is a
You know I'm
professional.
right.
This
I
is a
could.
professional.
This is the guy that does it all the time.
Is it? What was that? Have you seen that spelling bee movie yet? The bad words one with
Jason Bateman.
Oh my gosh, it's
Oh,
amazing.
that's funny.
You got it.
I didn't
yeah,
like
I've seen
it.
that.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
I just watched it one time. Maybe I wasn't in a mood because a lot of people said it was good. And I just was like, this is boring. Oh, my problem is.
All right, well, here's the winning word.
All of us take a deep breath. And let's
That did not help at all.
Smile. Well, your word is éclaircissement.
Éclaircissement. E-C-L-A-I-R-C-I-S-S-E-M-E-N-T. Éclaircissement.
That is correct.
I don't even know what word that is.
Oh, classement.
Classement.
It's
He didn't even need the origin or say it again or use it in a
for him.
sentence.
it's a
Plays
French
that.
horn player that can play while eating an eclair.
Ooh, that's talent.
But it sounds right. Can you use it in a sentence? Heron.
Did you really look that up?
No, I'm I'm making a joke.
Oh yeah, I don't know. You could say whatever, and I could say.
I hope that's the
I'll go, That's the
definition.
definition.
Let's see.
Don't look it up.
Éclaircissement.
Is
Éclaircissement.
Oh, man. When's the last time you had an
They're so
eclair? Those things are delicious.
No, that voice. Listen to the voice.
Hello, Dr. Bailey.
Hi, Faison.
Okay. That's this voice.
F is for friends who
No,
do.
that's not it. Okay.
I like that.
Who was that? Did you open the cartoon bag again?
Yep, that's the wrong one. Okay.
Kabaragoya.
See, same voice.
He moved up.
Kabaragoya.
Kabaragoya. I know it. I know it. I totally know it. Okay. Kabaragoya. Cabaragoya. Kabaragoya. What?
Kabaragoya is spelled Kabaragoya.
I don't know it.
A classement is an enlightening explanation of something, typically someone's conduct that has been hitherto inexplicable.
I like your definition better. So from the Moon Dictionary, trumpet player eating an eclair. Thank you.
Well, the website Word on Scrambler looked at internet search data to put out a list of the most problematic words for Americans to spell. Mm-hmm. And they went state by state. Our word is temperature. We have a tough time with temperature. Can you spell it, Rafe?
TEMPERATURE.
That is correct.
What a brain on this one.
That
knew it. You
is
knew it.
correct.
Really well done.
Learn
Yeah.
from Illinois.
Okay.
They have a tough time with congratulations.
No, she just
I
did this
did
yesterday.
this. I can spell this.
Oh, you did this one the other
Yeah,
day?
this is the one you gave her
Congratulations.
the other day.
Oh, okay, well.
Congratulations, you got it right then, and
I
you'll get it right now.
You know what?
What
You
if I didn't? What if
You
I
didn't
had the
take
flu?
care of yourself between 35 and 45, and now you're having cognitive decline.
All right, here we go.
You-
Arkansas's word
Okay. All right. Let's go to Arkansas.
come on
Here
now.
we go.
is quesadilla. Go.
Quesadilla. I like to call it a quesadilla. QUESADILLA.
That is correct.
Quesadilla.
Moon, you love Denver, right?
Yes,
You
I
love
love
yourself some
I
Colorado.
love me some
Their
Colorado.
word is sergeant. Go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which kind, though?
Yeah, because there's
a
many.
couple of kinds.
What other kind of sergeant is there?
I don't know. There's two sergeants, I think.
I think you're just thinking of cheese.
That
That
could
is
also
Sargento.
be correct. You know what? You're right. I'm having a cheese moment. Back to you.
Sergeant.
Excuse me.
Why does that sound all
That's
wrong?
Sargento. No.
Oh my God, so good.
No.
You couldn't have given me Colonel? Because I can do that one.
No. Spell
Sergeant.
sergeant. This is Colorado's word.
I guess SERGEA. Wait. GEANT?
Spell it again.
SERGEANT.
That is correct.
Nice.
I will say this. Sergeant.
It's because when it gets abbreviated, it's spelled SARGE, and
Yeah.
it throws everybody
Yeah.
off.
Yes, my grandmother was nicknamed the Sarge.
Scott, pick a state.
Let's go with West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
I'm in hopes it's an easy word.
Their word is
Bill.
toy. Can
No,
you
they
spell
have-
toy?
They have a tough time with the word beautiful.
Oh,
Yes, I think
Yeah, I wonder why. No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
Well, I was
Why?
I would have said that regardless.
Hard to spell something you ain't never seen.
Oh, you guys,
They're
there's
the
beautiful
perfect-
people there. They just
Spell beautiful.
have brothers as their dads.
That's a very specific reference there,
They
buddy.
spell beautiful. The West Virginia spelling bee. Spell beautiful.
Oh, man.
You are correct.
That is a very specific reference,
That
and if you
is
know, you know.
Very specific.
that is beautiful.
Woo, insider.
That is a.
Oh, no.
Are they from West Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
That's from the whites, right?
This makes me happy.
Soft
My
white
niece
Definitely
underbelly.
the whites.
Soft
My
white
niece was-
underbelly.
I think she just discovered that because she was doing that this past weekend every once in a while.
Well, it's either that or the SWAT team from Blues Brothers. Hip, hip,
Hip, hip, hip. All right, spell beautiful, Scott.
BEAUTIFUL.
That is correct.
You're so beautiful.
Thank you. FUL.
Well, congratulations to, as I said, the Indian kid from
A classement.
Plano, Texas, of Indian descent.
He's a Texan.
The Whitakers.
He's a Texan. The Whitakers, yes.
I want to. Did you Can we see Massachusetts word real quick? Because I want to see if they have
If
the
it's
fancy
Massachusetts.
Their
colleges.
word. If
bet
it was
it's a
their
tough
state.
Massachusetts?
Massachusetts. I have a hard time
Oh,
spelling
that's a
that.
good. It's a word itself. Yeah.
Massachusetts. Oh, yeah. Let's see.
I want to see these
Massachusetts.
educated places.
Massachusetts, also beautiful.
Get out of here.
Okay, I was wrong. I figured it
Vermont.
was gonna be
Vermont's
insane.
was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Get the hell out of here, Vermont.
Don't be silly.
Supercalifragilistic.
It's on the. Yep, that's what it is.
Interesting. Don't be silly.
Hey, before we move on,
Can you spell Cincinnati? Go.
CIN. CIN. CI. CINCINNATI. Cincinnati.
I don't know.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Well
So
done.
it's two N's.
Great.
It's one N, two N's, one T.
Yeah.
That
work.
is correct.
The only double letter is the two N's, right?
In the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So before we move on, June 1st, Sunday, right?
Oh, wow, yes.
New month.
Something like that.
New month. We got some stuff to look forward to in the month of June, so put this on the calendar. Sports, you got the Stanley Cup Finals start next Wednesday. NBA Finals get going on Thursday. And tennis, the French Open, runs through June 8th. And golf's U.S. Open is June 12th through the 15th. Ton of movies hitting theaters. The John Wick spinoff Ballerina comes out next Friday. The live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon will be released June 13th. Pixar's Elio comes out on June 20th. The Brad Pitt racing movie F1 hits theaters on June 27th.
Oh, Lord, the new, I have to just say it out
Go
loud.
ahead. I knew it was going to come up.
Brad Pitt's photo shoot, which I believe was in Rolling Stone. Brad is back.
That made me horny.
Yeah,
dude.
he looks awesome.
E-A-U-T-I.
Can I see what's going on here? Can you
Brad
please
has
pull up
shaved
the
his
Brad
head
Pitt?
again, reminiscent of the photo shoot he did with David LaChapelle
Yes.
For Fight Club back in like 2000. Reminiscent of that, only now we have a rugged beard look. And guys, Daddy is
Does he
home.
look like a what?
Daddy
Does
is
he look
home.
like a Viking?
Dude, he looks hot as hell.
He looks so good.
I saw it yesterday, and I scrolled through every slide, and I was like,
It is
I'd probably do it.
Brad Pitt
so
in Iceland?
attractive. In Iceland, yes.
So there's a photo shoot for
GQ.
GQ. Oh.
Oh,
First
God.
of all, very few guys can pull off the stocking cap above the ears,
The sailor stocking
rolled
hat.
up like that. It doesn't look great on a lot
the
of people.
Steve Zuzu.
He's got a whole sailor thing happening.
Zissou.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Let's just kind of
Life
scroll
Aquatic.
Hey,
through.
look, Brad Pitt, Life Aquatic.
He's got a jumpsuit. He's got waders on, dude, and he's making him look so good.
Okay.
No, show me the pictures.
All right.
That's just that's tip of the
yeah.
iceberg.
nice looking.
Can you hit
Okay.
play? Oh my!
It looks like
God.
AI, by the way, when it's all
Yeah.
slow like that.
Man, he's got that Springfield glow.
If you're a
baby.
fan of horror, a couple sequels should be on your radar.
He's got bro glow.
28 Years Later comes out June 20th, and Megan 2.0 on June 27th. On TV, Duck Dynasty: The Revival premieres on A&E this Sunday. Phil Robertson, who just died last weekend, will not be featured in the new series.
Darn it.
Love Island USA returns to Peacock on Tuesday. Season 3 of Ginny and Georgia hits Netflix next Thursday. Season 2 of America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders is also back on Netflix June 18th. The Bear on Hulu June 25th. And the third and final season of Squid Game premieres on Netflix on June 27th. If you're into award shows, there are a few you should, keep on your radar. Scott's favorite, the Tony Awards, the 78th Tony Awards, June 8th. The BET Awards, June 9th, and the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, June 21st. And the finally, the holidays, big ones, Father's Day is the 15th, Juneteenth the 19th, also Pride Month. First official day of summer is the 20th. National Best Friends Day is June 8th. Flag Day the 14th. The 19th is National Martini Day. And National Selfie Day is June 21st. And now you know everything. All right, today's Teamers Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. On Sunday, June 1st, come out to the Hot Shots in St. Charles for the big 35th anniversary celebration. Party starts at noon. Rafe and I will be out there from 3 to 5 o'clock. From Wentzville, Kathy Grosinger is our Teamers Member of the Day.
What's up, Kathy?
Kathy has been listening every day for 10 years. She says she loves all the jokes, laughing, and even the bickering, and makes her morning every day And her favorite is Lern.
Oh. Thanks.
Loves the blues, loves outdoors, loves hiking, and taking a good vacation. Kathy Grosinger from Wentzville is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. You know, Moon, you were talking about that video there, Brad Pitt in Iceland. It almost looks AI.
Yeah.
All right, after the break, I will something. I'm going to play you a song, and you tell me if it's a real song or if it's an AI song. And it's from famous musicians. It is wild how we can't tell what's real and what's fake anymore. All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
We check in with the bitterness of Dave Mustaine, but he might actually have a point here. PDA at a Nick game. Who was that? Babes in Bathwater. And what was the most watched shows last year?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays, the porno birthday, all that and more next in your Crab on Celebrity. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RizzZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Of course, your text messages, 314-649-DUMB. So we'll talk about, let me see, Rafe's calling a little more later.
Oh, yeah. Tune in.
Tune in. What are we calling it?
I don't know.
We rolled tape when Rafe woke up from his
hard-hitting
colonoscopy. Investigative
expose.
Piece. Also,
One man's
TikTok
journey.
superstar Kelly Manno is going to be here.
Oh, yeah.
So she's going to be here, and she's going to talk about her Gen X comedy tour, which comes to the Factory on Sunday.
Nice.
Local, former radio person. She's going to be here, sitting in that seat right there. Also, our friends from Hot Shots will be here to talk about Sunday's event, and we'll play a little porn star weatherman, give away some prizes. You guys all know who my favorite president was. I can't stop talking about it.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
John Tyler, come on.
Of course.
America's 10th president. You know I'm a John Tyler enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
I got my...
You're always JT this, JT that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always. You're like, dude, enough about our 10th president, John Tyler. Enough. We know you like him. Well, Harrison Ruffin Tyler, the grandson of our 10th president, John Tyler, whose term ended in 1845, died on Sunday at 96. His grandson.
Holy smokes.
Not his great-great-great-great-grandson, his grandson.
I've seen this guy making the rounds on socials,
right.
but I didn't know he passed away.
He died on Sunday at the age of 96, 180 years after his grandfather served in the White House. Harrison was born 138 years after his grandfather in 1928. His father, Leon, was 75 at the time. The president was 63 when Leon was born, so they both had kids late in life.
Mm-hmm. Man.
John Tyler was born shortly after George Washington's inauguration. It's just weird how the timeline works out.
That is wild, dude.
Yeah.
So R.I.P. Harrison Ruffin Tyler, the grandson of our 10th U.S. President, John Tyler. Now, I couldn't believe, I was just cruising around YouTube yesterday, and did you know that Adele and Eminem did a song together?
No.
Some of these collabs, kind of go, I wouldn't think this would have flown under the radar, but listen to this.
You took my pain, replaced it whole. To you, my God, I give all faith.
Used to chase dreams that left me empty. Now I'm running with the God who defends me. Didn't earn a thing, but he gave me breath. Pull me up out of sin, even near to death. Man, I was broken.
Yeah, I mean, that's
No.
AI.
No.
It's AI.
I was like, as soon as she started saying, I was like, no.
Yeah, but it took me
I can believe it.
It took me a second. It did take me a second. First of all, the song is called Praise, and I can't imagine Adele and Eminem doing a gospel duet, but okay.
He did it with Dido. I mean, that was a pretty interesting collaboration. It's very similar.
Yeah, but it was,
That was a
an
sample, though, wasn't it?
Eminem song sung over, the Dido
Yeah, that was. I think that was a sampling. I'm not sure that was a.
Oh,
Collab.
I remember they performed it live.
They performed it live, but it was a Dido song, "Thank You," that Eminem did stand over. But that is completely AI, and I'm like, man, some of this stuff is getting so good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play you a song, and you tell me if it's AI or if it's an actual real song.
Okay.
Put your listening ears on, okay?
Huh?
Here's a Teddy Swims, who I know Lern loves,
Yeah.
doing Radiohead's "Creep." Is this real or is this AI?
God, I hope it's real.
I'm hungry. Oh, I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? And I don't belong.
Is that real or AI?
I mean, I'm speculating because we're doing this feature, but I mean, it sounds like it's a real live recording.
So real?
It does not sound live to me, but I do think it is real, and I think it was the harmony that doesn't line perfectly that kind of gave it away.
So real?
I think so. I don't know though.
That did sound like Teddy. It sounded real.
Real? Scott?
I think it's real because the drums were off a little bit.
Yeah, that's real. That was a real one.
Okay.
All right, what about this? Justin Bieber doing "Fast Car."
So remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights way out before, and your arms just wrapped right around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. And I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
Justin Bieber's "Fast Car," real or AI?
I think it sounds fake, and I also think it's weird that like he would do that when that country guy did a cover of it. So I'm gonna say it's fake.
Fake.
At first, I was buying it, and then there was a couple little trills that did not seem natural. So I'm going to say fake.
Fake.
Yeah, the Roomba got in there for a couple of them.
Yeah, the fake.
Fake. That is that's real. Okay.
Oh,
Really?
it's
Actually,
real.
What?
It's actually Justin Bieber doing "Fast Car."
So is that
Dang
just
it.
auto
Yeah,
tune
had
messing
some
up?
auto tune up in there.
All right. Remember the song "Hey There, Delilah"?
Yeah.
Love that song.
Hey there, Delilah. Here's Kanye West doing "Hey There, Delilah."
Oh no.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you, I swear it's true. Oh, it's what you do to me.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Dang.
Is that real? Is that really Kanye West or is that AI Kanye?
His Nazi ass isn't singing "Hey Delilah."
I mean,
Fake as
I'm
hell.
gonna This doesn't mean
he
it
didn't
would-
say "Hail there, Delilah."
Yeah, he didn't say.
So
right.
I'm going to say fake.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he did it last week.
Dude,
Remember, there was a time where everybody loved Kanye.
I know. Yeah.
Hail there, Delilah. What's it like in Nuremberg? I'm going to say fake as hell.
Fake as hell.
Like in New York City, I'm 1,000 miles away, but
He's also
girl,
rarely on
tonight
key,
you
Well,
to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's a good point.
honestly, I can see him doing this, and it would have been a good move. And I can see this being real in every way, except for I think if he was to do it, he wouldn't do a karaoke version of it and do exactly what it is.
All right,
so I'm
what
going
do
to
you
say I'm going to say fake.
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 Fake as hell.
Fake.
Yeah, I'm thinking because the guitar.
Just give me an
I'll say
answer.
fake.
Fake as hell. Yes, correct.
Okay. Very good.
It was karaoke. If he was going to do it, he was going to do it kind of
That's
in
fake
his
as
own
hell.
style.
Okay. Here is Ed Sheeran doing Britney Spears' "Baby One More Time."
need to know now, because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe when you're not with me, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time.
Real or fake?
Now, that one does sound more real, almost like it was done on the Stern Show or something. I'm going to say real.
Yeah, I feel like
Real.
I've heard that before. Real.
Real.
Yeah, that sounded like Eddie Shears.
If it's not real, that's great AI. I'm going real.
Real, yes. All right, here is Frank Sinatra doing "Gangsta's Paradise." You tell me if this is real or fake.
Okay.
Been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the streets, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams.
All I know is if Michael Bublé doesn't come out with a record that's like that,
Oh, yeah, good call.
lounging 90s hip hop would be the coolest freaking record.
So AI, yes,
I'm gonna
obviously.
say AI, but that's kind of a
that's
genius
pretty good,
idea.
right?
Yeah.
That's AI.
That's great.
Bublé,
good.
you better listen up.
All right, one more.
Sinatra would have cut his pinky off before he did that song.
All right, here's one more.
But I'm a creep.
Taylor Swift.
I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
Must take
Wieners.
I don't belong here.
I'm gonna say fake. The breaths seem to be somewhat unnatural. Plus, the guitar seems to have the same kind of reverb and effects on it as the vocals does.
Yeah, fake.
Fake, huh?
I feel like her voice would be very easy to replicate on AI,
Super easy.
just because of the. I don't know if it's the timbre. I don't know what the proper word is, but like I feel like she's so like middle of the road vocally that it's hard to tell. I could see her. I'll go real.
Real?
Just to go.
Man,
just to cut
the
against
guitar
her.
It
sounds
real.
like
It's
it's
great.
like it definitely sounds AI, but that doesn't mean it's.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
see
say
her.
I'm gonna say it's AI.
I also don't see her releasing anything that sounds like this. And I don't mean sound wise. I mean like
Breaths
That
do
is
sound
love.
weird.
I mean, it could have been,
Bluebird or something.
you know, a live exclusive that was streamed somewhere.
I don't see that happening. They're so tight with that camp with the releases and all that.
No, you're also thinking this happened last week. She's been around for a long time.
No, that has been one of the tightest camps since phase 2. Dude.
It's fake. Yeah, it's not real. Well, all right, fine. One more. What about this one?
It's so tailored.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguise.
This is Nora Jones.
Yeah, it is.
I love her. What? I wish she'd put
As the
music out.
face lies the
This is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
She's awesome.
Listen in my disgrace. Like old sun, won't you come?
That's pretty damn good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a live record she did and a live record from Natalie Merchant that is one of
Oh, the 10,000 Maniacs Unplugged?
Dude, it's
great.
is it unplugged? I don't know. I just know it's a live record that is one of the best recorded live
You're probably
records
talking about the Unplugged
of
record.
all
It
time.
is excellent.
It is phenomenally done.
All right, let's do Crab on Celebrities.
Did you ever listen to?
What, Rafe?
She was in like a super group called the Little Willies. Did you guys ever listen?
Yeah,
to
that was
it?
awesome.
Natalie Merchant?
No, Nora Jones.
Oh, no.
Amazing. Like
I'll look
she
that
didn't
up.
really publicize it. It was a real low, like an underground thing she did, and man, those albums are awesome.
Her dad's Ravi Shankar?
That sounds right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And I got good news. She has a new album out now.
Oh, she does, huh?
Pick it up at Starbucks.
live.
So Natalie Merchant live in concert. That's because they have a Unplugged, a 10,000 Maniacs Unplugged, like from MTV, is excellent.
Huh.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
From Nora Jones to Megadeth's Dave Mustaine. He's claiming that his former band, Metallica, stole the riff from Enter Sandman from another thrash band. He was on the Sean Ryan show. And here is Dave Mustaine talking about the band Excel.
All right. Okay, which clip do I play here?
Oh,
There's two here.
well, let's play, actually, if you wouldn't mind, just starting with Enter Sandman, just to give everybody like a refresh.
Okay.
So obviously people know this.
Everybody knows this song.
Everybody knows this.
Okay.
All right,
Very
so,
famous.
you know, kind of an interesting, we've done this before with like Spirit, with their song Taurus and Stairway to Heaven, possibly being ripped off from that band and going on for, to be more successful with Led Zeppelin. And so Dave Mustaine essentially is talking about the song Excel from 1989 called Tapping Into the Emotional Void. Here is what the beginning of that song sounds like.
All right, so that's Excel. Here's Enter Sandman. Excel. Metallica. Excel.
It sounds very
it's
similar.
Very similar, yes.
Dave Mustaine, again, on the Sean Ryan show. Here's what he had
I don't
to
have
say.
that.
Oh, it's in there. I just threw it in there.
So wait. So what is Excel? What
There it is.
Excel is a metal band from like the 80s, from like 1989.
Not that Dave was in.
No.
No.
Oh, I see.
Not that
he
was
knew
in.
of.
He's just throwing rocks?
Yeah.
It sounds like that. Here's Dave Mustaine.
Hell, their biggest song, Enter Sandman, go look up the band Excel right now. Look up their song. I think it's something Into the Unknown. Pretty similar.
Thank you, Dave.
And he might be right.
But
He
I mean,
might
is
be
it necessary
exactly
for
right.
him to do that?
Right. Like, what do you
He
think?
just seems like bitter.
He's so bitter. And I think that's part of his persona that he wants us all to believe. Like, you think that is he married? Like, I don't know anything about Dave
I don't know. I thought
Mustaine's
they all made
personal
up. Remember Some Kind of Monster? They hugged it out.
Right.
And Megadeth played with Metallica at the Big Four concerts.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you got to start doing that.
Throw shade. I don't know. Maybe he wants to get the wars back going. I have no
All
clue.
I know is, in this day and age, no news is bad news. So here we are talking about Dave Mustaine. We're talking about Megadeth. We're talking about Metallica. Honestly, if I was Metallica, I'd want him to keep this crap going.
Metallica's in the news all the time, though. Like, they don't need Dave
okay.
Mustaine. But Dave Mustaine is in the news twice. So David Ellefson, who was in Megadeth, who left a few years ago because he had like a extramarital affair with like a woman who was very young, not like weird young, but like
there was
younger
some
than him.
nefarious stuff going on there.
Yeah, and he said that they have not spoken since he left, which I think was like 2021 when David Ellefson. The Daves have not spoken.
Let's get the Daves back together.
Let's get them back together, see what's up. But it's funny to me because Dave Ellefson's like, there's no need for us to talk. It's all good. It's like, is it all good? Because you guys aren't speaking anymore. Like, to me, you're not speaking to somebody. Things have not been resolved.
Huh.
I don't know.
I know
Former
Dave
bandmate.
very, very lightly. He was
Dave
my rep.
Mustaine or
No,
Ellefson?
Ellefson. He was my rep with the company that he was working for. And all my interactions seemed like very nice, down to earth dude. But I don't know. I don't know him well personally or anything. But I just want everybody to get along, man. But
Can't
telling
we all
you,
just get along?
I'm telling you, I don't think Metallica's camp wants him to stop this. It's free press when they're not doing press on their own.
Oh, on May 10th, 2021, videos of Ellison joeing were posted on Twitter.
Oh, nice. By him? Or by
Wasn't there a woman
Videos
involved?
reported in 2020 by a fan that Ellison was in correspondence with initially led to accusations of child grooming. However, Ellison and the other party both denied the accusations and stated it was a consensual adult thing.
Yeah.
And then they parted ways after that.
Well, the interesting part about this Excel song and bringing it back up, so they came out and wanted to do like an expensive legal battle like after Enter Sandman came out in 91, and then they just dropped it. So
Excel did?
Yeah. Do you think like Excel wants this back in the news? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
think
yeah,
so?
because then maybe somebody pick up that, a lawyer, like, I'll represent you guys for free.
It depends. It's an interesting, tricky part of the music business because you can have something that is blatantly stolen, but have a difficulty because of conflicts of interest and the way that the law is going and all that.
Also, that's very expensive to
Right,
bring
and then you
lawsuits
can
like
have
that.
something else that is like not necessarily close, or we'll say like this, but I mean, could it fall under inspired by or whatever? And if you have the wrong, or if you have the right lawyer, you're going to win millions.
Well, yeah, I also think, Metallica's got an endless supply of money where they could just keep this thing in litigation forever and then just bleed the poor person.
Yeah, it's a tough world.
Yeah. It is a tough world, you guys. Rest in peace to Michael Sumler, who was a longtime member of the iconic funk band Kool and the Gang. He died after a tragic car accident. He was 71. So he got into the band in 1985. He became friends with their security team, and then he was part of the choreography and styling of Kool and the Gang in the late 80s into the 90s. Later became their hype man, providing backing vocals, and then essentially became a part of Kool and the Gang from 2004 to 2015. So R.I.P. to him, Michael Sumler.
You've been promoted
Everybody.
to the gang.
You're in the gang. What's the initiation? You have to kill somebody. You gotta-
What?
You got to chug a Zima.
Chicago
You
Mike.
have to chug a Zima and kill somebody.
Well, anyway, really sad, you guys. He died, 71.
He
Pour
was
some
likes
Zima.
these
Pour some
jokes.
Zima out for him.
Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet date. I don't understand that relationship. Not that I need to. It's my stupid opinions, but I look at them and I'm like, what's going on here? Like, what are they talking about? What do you think Kylie
What
Jenner?
do they have in common?
Yeah.
I bet you they never see each other.
You don't think?
He's very busy.
He is very busy, and he's been traveling around with the Knicks. Like they were in Indiana last weekend or last week, and they cut to the crowd, and Timothy Chalamet is there at the Knicks game. Like,
Yeah, he's a
losing
big
his
Knicks
mind.
fan.
Yeah, they were
Right.
booing him.
They were
by the way.
booing him.
They were. Well, Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet were spotted doing a little PDA at the Knicks Pacers Eastern Conference Finals on Thursday.
Oh, good for them.
Their affectionate display quickly went viral, drawing attention from both fans and media outlets. They began dating in 2023, confirmed their relationship later that year. They were making out and necking at a Beyonce
Crazy.
concert.
They were sitting up in the 300s, like the 300 section. You'd think they get good tickets.
Were they up in the 300s?
No, of course not. They were like on the court.
You had
I was
me.
like, what a way to do it if you're
No,
going to
they're
do it.
taking passes.
Yeah,
They're
God.
just like us.
But
No,
people
they're
are
not.
saying it's a good luck thing because the Knicks beat the Pacers, forcing a Game 6 in the series. So,
They're just like us. No, they're not.
what about this? Sydney Sweeney, super cute. She's turning her bathwater into a beauty empire with a soap bar. 5,000 bars are going to be sold. It is made with her actual bathwater,
And what company?
and it is the Dr. Squatch soap.
Second time Dr. Squatch has been brought up this week.
Really? What was the
Remember I
first time?
said that's the deodorant I use.
You going to buy this soap bar with
You're
Sydney
damn
Sweeney's
right I will be
germs?
buying the Sydney Sweeney soap.
The Bathwater Bliss Bar, complete with a certificate confirming it's made with the very water that she bathed in.
Gross.
Okay,
Ugh.
so it has outdoorsy
What
notes.
kind of pervert?
Are you kidding? These will be sold out in
Oh, of
2
course
seconds.
it. Well, I know, and it really is.
They have a pre-order, I heard.
How do you know that?
Listen, my dad has been making that joke since the 80s. If he saw somebody and he's like, oh my
yeah.
God, she's so beautiful, I'd drink her bathwater. Like that.
And this is the opportunity.
That's
This is your dad creating this.
my
Get
dad
your
is,
dad the soap.
He's out of the market for
There's
bathwater.
a more
at this
disgusting
point.
version of that, too, and I wouldn't buy that in a bar.
Just saying.
What's the movie where the guy slurps the bathwater?
Saltburn.
Saltburn. His bathwater for me has been ruined.
I'm just saying that's been an old man joke
Oh,
forever and ever, and it is, this has been in the making
This
for
is
decades.
what's going on now.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably been going on longer than we understand.
Well,
now it's
this
in the
is
forefront.
mainstream.
That's
I mean,
what
Dr. Squatch. I use Dr. Squatch.
I know.
What a great marketing tool, though.
She says, you kept asking about my bathwater after the Dr. Squatch ad, so we kept it. Introducing Sydney's Bathwater Bliss, a very real, very limited edition soap made with my actual bathwater, end quote.
I am a Squatch fan.
DrSquatch.com.
It's their marketing that got me.
Yeah.
Like they had a good ad, like
Like
a
funny,
ad
or-
run. Yeah, with the funny ads. I'm like, all right, okay,
All right.
okay.
What does your pit smell
I'll put
like?
that on my body.
You got
I bathe
sandalwood?
funny.
What do my pits smell like?
Like, are you like
Like a waterfall. I don't know.
You don't
Maybe
know.
we could do a little Rizz Dr. Squatch bathwater. You know what I mean? We could make a couple of bones for this place.
They had, I
There's
know, like
hairs in the bar.
pine tar.
Yeah, each bar comes with one hair,
Just
body
smell-
hair from Scott Rizzuto.
Just smells like George
Shoulder
Brett.
hair.
It's a lot.
Guaranteed each bar contains one shed shoulder
Yep.
hair.
They have a flavor called pine tar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pine
dude,
tar.
how George Brett hasn't been in on that ad campaign?
Oh, yeah.
Or some 80s and 90s baseball player.
They could replay the
They
commercial of
got
him
good stuff.
crapping
I'm
himself.
telling you, man. They got good stuff. Don't sleep on the Squatch.
Speaking of don't sleep, horror movie fans, watch this trailer this morning. If you're a Pete Davidson fan and you like horror movies, The Home is going to be on your radar. It's going to be out July 25th. Trailer is created by the same guy, or the movie's created by the same guy who did The Purge, which that movie freaked me out.
I always see Pete Davidson compared to a raccoon.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think it's the
Affectionately.
eyes.
Yeah, he'd be a raccoon if he Was an animal.
Like somebody said, Pete Davidson's the reason I put bungee cords on my trash cans.
Oh my goodness! What a horrible thing to say. Am I alone in thinking that like horror films like they have like an age limit, like you age out of it?
Oh, no.
Is it just me?
It might be just you. I love them. And this looks really interesting because it's at a retirement home and there's a 4th floor and Pete Davidson he gets hired to be the janitor at this old folks home and they're like, hey, don't go up to the 4th floor. And
Whatever
there's all
you
these
do.
petrified wood looking old people up there and it looks haunting and I look forward to it. I hope it's good though. Like I hope it's not like,
right.
you know, the trailers always look so great and then you go watch it. It's not scary at all. But again, it's called The Home. Pete Davidson, out July 25th. And
Well,
it's supposed to be reminiscent of 70s horrors.
There was that Pete Davidson movie. It was Pete Davidson. I think Bill Murray was in it. It came out recently. And it really didn't do anything.
I don't even know what you're talking
I
about.
think Pete Davidson's had a couple stinkers lately.
The last one he was in was the horror film was dumb as hell.
No, I mean this movie came
It
out.
was basically just a big long joke making fun of millennials.
Cool title.
Yeah, Riff Raff.
Was that what it's called? Riff Raff?
Oh, I thought it was dumb as hell.
No, what was the name?
Riff Raff? I've not even heard about this
Right.
movie.
It's Pete Davidson.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris. It's got a great cast.
Wow.
Great cast.
I'm down to see this.
But
Bodies,
Came and
bodies,
went.
bodies.
Bodies,
was the other
bodies,
one.
bodies.
That was dumb.
Somebody said Pete Davidson looks like a wet cigarette.
Fine.
Oh man.
Golly.
Noted. Eddie Murphy's son Eric and Martin Lawrence's daughter Jasmine were secretly married recently. Here's Eddie opening up on the Jennifer Hudson show, talking about how they eloped.
Okay.
Actually, they got married like 2 weeks ago. They went off. Everybody was making the big wedding plans, and then they decided they wanted to do something quiet with just the 2 of them, and then they got married, and now Martin...
You and Martin are in-laws.
Yeah, we're in-laws, so he don't have to pay for the big wedding now.
I kind of like that. I like that Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy are in-laws. That's cool. 26 years since Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook gave us She's All That, which is one of the most iconic, rom-coms ever. And they're reuniting for a new holiday movie called The Christmas Affair. There's no real word on when it's going to be released, but they're going to play sportscasters who form an alliance after their spouses are caught cheating weeks before Christmas. And of course, these two will probably fall in love, and maybe she'll walk down a stairwell again. It'll be really cool. And finally, Nielsen unveiled its multi-platform ratings, which allows us for the first time to compare shows from both linear TV and streaming services over a 35-day period. And so thanks to that, they have the 100 most watched shows of 2024 through the 2025 season.
Hang on a second.
And this is interesting because there's some on here that we never talk about.
Whoa, who's reporting though? Because I know Nielsen, Nielsen's supposed to be a third party, whatever, and they're reporting like actual numbers. Netflix is infamous for not for saying the numbers, but not having to actually like show the work.
I don't know how the ratings go for those streaming platforms.
Like
then.
they can say whatever they want. They can say,
I would think that Nielsen's such a big ratings company,
But
they
that's-
would
but
they
that's what I'm
would they
asking.
would keep that.
Is this going to bring credence and like real oversight?
Well, don't they have
to
PPM
this?
for them too? Like portable
No.
people meters for
No, I'm
television?
telling
That's
you,
just
they-
radio?
Television's different.
Television is different, and Netflix and all them, they've been able to kind of play their own game, and that's why it's,
I would think legally, if Nielsen's putting out these quote unquote ratings numbers,
right. So
they'd have to have.
So they're going to be
it
able to
true.
say, like, here's in 1 week, this is how many people actually watch Stranger Things new episode or whatever. They're going to be able to do that?
Well, it's
Kind of changes the game for streaming, to be
I'm
honest.
wondering how this all works out. I'd like to do a little deep dive in this.
so 4 out of the top 10 are Netflix.
Okay, so the most watched things of last year,
Yes.
of 2024, Squid Game has got to be on there.
Squid Game is number 1, obviously a Netflix show, 27.1 million viewers
So
last year.
Squid Game, the number one most watched thing on TV.
Season 2
Yep.
or 1?
This was last year, so that's
Last
season
year.
2.
And it was only half a season. Or, I mean,
was
right?
season 3.
Oh.
Right? No, is it season 2?
Season 2. Season 2. And it just abruptly ended
Right.
halfway through the game.
What else you got?
Let's go with. Is this just for streaming things?
No,
or
it's ABC,
network?
CBS, Prime Video, Netflix,
Let's
all
get-
in the top 10. Paramount
Did
Plus.
Yellowstone finish this year, or was it last year it wrapped up?
I think last year it wrapped up.
Okay, let's go with
Severance.
Landman then.
What Landman is on the list, number 7. That's Paramount Plus, 15.8 million viewers.
They don't even have that many subscribers. Right?
Yeah.
Well, people
it's on-
kind of probably do the seasonal thing like month to month. Like
Oh,
I
it's
do.
on television
I
as
think
well?
so, yeah.
Oh, I
is-
see. What about Apple TV Plus?
Apple TV
Severance?
did not have any on this top 10.
Severance wasn't on there?
No.
Shame. For shame.
The chef show Rafe stars in.
The Bear?
The Bear.
The Bear, no, not in the top 10.
The Bear.
Can you give us-
I'll give you some hints. So, this was a Netflix show with Kristen Bell. You actually liked it.
Oh, yeah, I like this one.
Nobody Wants This.
Nobody Wants This. That was great.
That came in at number 10 with 15.2 million viewers.
Only Murders?
No. Not Only Murders. There's a documentary on, well, there was like a biopic documentary on here. The Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, that came in at number 8. And 0 Day, they tied 15.7 million each.
What is that?
0 Day? I don't know. I didn't look up 0 Day.
White Lotus on there?
No, it's not, which is surprising. 'cause
Why
that's
just
like,
tell us?
I will.
See, I just don't believe some of this stuff. And why is because they've been able to play their own game, their own numbers games, and release what they
But why
want.
wouldn't White Lotus be on here then? Because if HBO could do that the same as Netflix could do it with White Lotus, and it was a really talked about show.
I'm not sure.
This year.
HBO's still on cable, and they're still broadcasting that on television.
Just
right?
tell us the list.
All right, so number 6 is Matlock. This is the Kathy Bates version from CBS, 16 million viewers. Number 5, High Potential. This is Caitlin Olsen from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
She is on ABC, 16.1 million. Reacher, which is Jack Reacher, the spinoff of that, on Prime Video, 17.3 million viewers. Tracker, which is that Justin Hartley show. I feel like that guy is in all sorts of like bland things, but this is the one that he's being most well known for. On CBS with 17.4 million viewers. The Netflix show Adolescence, which is a show about this schoolboy who has a murder in his school. That was on Netflix, 19 million viewers for that. And then, like I said before, Squid Game came in at number 1 with 27.1 million viewers as being the most viewed thing on TV last year.
Yeah, that adolescent show is like Netflix keeps wanting me to watch that.
Is it Only in the Murders, but with the
I think it's more it's serious.
No, it's serious.
Yeah.
I think that list reinforced the fact that I don't believe this.
Well,
You
there
know what I
you
mean?
go.
believe what you want.
Trash this list.
All right.
I just mean like there's so many ways to manipulate numbers and the way that they all do this now. I mean, even just thinking like, somebody said whatever the Beyonce. I'm just going to use that Beyonce record as a general marker here because people are like, oh, it's a success. And it's like, oh yeah, but are they calculating how much money they spent to make it go viral on TikTok that then produce this number? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a game. It's a money game. They throw this amount of money to get this amount of plays and spins so they can say it's number 1 to then sell it to Chevy or whoever.
It's a mess.
And they've paid to be on the list. I don't know. Birthdays.
Okay. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. CeeLo is 50. Remember CeeLo? Where's he been
Oh,
for a
yeah.
while?
He was Me Too'd.
Oh, really? I didn't
What'd he
know
do?
that.
Yeah. It's a pretty gnarly.
Did he go
allegations.
crazy? Where people like forget you?
Gnarly's Barkley.
Look it up. It's some pretty gnarly stuff.
Well, he's 50. Adina Menzel, Adele Dazim is 50. 54. Tom Morello is 61. Winona Judd is 61. Ted McGinley.
Yes.
Dude from
Married with Children. He's the show killer. Apparently, when he goes onto a show, the show dies.
He is blamed for the demise of every series, including Happy Days, The Love Boat, Dynasty, Married with Children, Hope and Faith. All went down as soon as Ted came aboard. Ted McGinley, the show killer, is 67.
Although he's on Shrinking, so he's the husband.
Yeah, and I love that
the next door neighbor in Shrinking, and he's great.
Jake the Snake Roberts is 70. He's a WWE Hall of Famer, of course. And Colm Meaney, the Irish Chief Miles O'Brien on Star Trek TNG and DS9. Also Dr. Rant in the AMC Western Hell on Wheels. He's 72 today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Chrissy Black. And that's BLAQUE, since we're spelling things. All right, today's birthday girl has been in 15 fine films. 15 only, but she has made a real impact. She was in a movie called 100% Nasty. All That Ass, The Orgy 5. Big Black Wet Asses 6. Black and Wild 23. The Black Ass Association, which I believe Scott is the treasurer of. The Black Ass Association. Booty Breakers. She was in Bubble Booty Bitches 1. Rafe's favorite, Liquid City.
The Black Ass Association is just shortened to Black Ass Ass. Dot.
She was in Moneymaker Shakers and Who Can Forget a Role? In 2005's Fat Ass Butta Booties 3. Chrissy Black is 47 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. Is Kelly here yet? Is Kelly here yet? No, not yet.
Are you asking the president of the
Yeah, he's the treasurer.
BAA?
He's the treasurer of the Black Ass Association. No, not here yet? All right. All right, welcome back to the program. Joining us in studio. I mean, how do you like to be introduced? Like
in Spanish.
TikTok superstar.
Just queen of everything.
Queen of everything.
Yes.
Kelly Manno is here.
Bienvenido.
Yes.
And of course, you walk in, I'm doing a Patricia's ad, which is fine.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm Gen X. Nothing offends me.
Listen, you're also, you're an OG radio person too.
OG radio person. Yeah, I worked for Stephen DC for years and years and years. So if I can handle those guys.
When did you stop doing and they were mornings, and doing the morning show thing, it's tough on people, and I'm not sure.
It's awful, but once we got fired for like the 14th time, I was like, I got to find a real job. Like, I was getting married and having babies, and I'm like, this morning radio thing is like, especially working for those guys, we got fired all the time.
Right.
So, I just, honest to God, back then, like, it didn't pay crap, and I was like, I could make more money doing a lot of other things.
So when were you there when I was at?
Yeah, at the Union Station building.
Yeah.
Towards the, in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I got there in 2003.
Yeah, so you were coming right as I was going right about when we got fired.
One in, one out.
Yep.
Like you left, I came in. It's funny, before we get on the air, Kelly was saying that, man, there's a guy, a hockey dad.
I feel so stupid
There's
now.
a hockey dad that's like your doppelganger.
Yeah, West County guy looks just like you.
And I go,
we see him all the time.
And I go, yeah, lucky him.
Yeah. Well, Rafe goes, is he getting kicked out too? And
I've only been kicked out of one game. Okay.
Still, dude.
I almost got in a fight about 6 months ago at a hockey game, and I don't normally. I stand at the end away from the crazy parents, but this one. Anyway, I thought I was going to get in a fist fight at 46 years old, and you know what stopped me?
What?
I was wearing a Snuggie. And I was like, I got no movement in this.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to get my butt kicked. But, I see this guy all the time that looks like you, and so does my ex-husband. And my ex-husband's like, I swear I saw Rizzuto. We had no idea that you're a hockey dad.
Me.
Well, it's 'cause
Oh, my
me.
God.
well, as you said, you stay away from the crazy parents.
No, I'm
and
not
he's
crazy
over by
anymore.
the-
Honestly,
I'm
I
just
really,
putting some distance there.
I've really matured over the past couple of years.
How old are your kids that play?
16.
Okay, so yeah, my youngest is 15. She still plays, but I stand at the very end of the rink. I don't sit in the middle where all the crazy parents are, because that's how I end up fighting in a Snuggie, and then I'll be on.
I like
Honestly,
to
you'd
observe.
have an advantage
Same
in a
for Rizz.
Snuggie. It'd be hard to see where the punches were coming
Yeah,
from,
but-
from underneath it.
It was one of those really thick, almost weighted Snuggies.
Right.
So it would have been like
comfortable.
trying to fight in a wet
Yeah.
blanket. And she was already bigger than me, and I was like, I'm just gonna back out of this.
You're a little bitty thing too.
But I'm mean.
I know, fierce. We have to be
Feisty.
fierce,
I
right?
can see it.
It's like trying to hold a fish. Like, you can't really. Yeah,
That's
that's
like
always
a Tasmanian devil.
that's always been my. I grew up in Granite City, Illinois, so we fought all the time.
Oh,
We've had the
yeah.
mayor of Granite City in here.
Yeah,
We know GC.
fought him.
know.
We know GC fighting.
We know
how
Granite
that
City.
works.
yeah. I
I've
learned how
been
to
to Deutz.
Yeah, I learned how to fight. Oh, yeah? I learned how to fight in Granite City. My first fight was over a shotgun of a car. Who was going to sit
Nice.
in it?
Oh.
And so it's
And
like,
who won that?
me.
Right on.
I mean, I got shotgun. I can't remember if I won the fight, but I won the front seat, which is all that mattered.
She got shotgun using a shotgun. That's the
Granite
Granite
City way.
City way. And now you're out. Well, you're out west. You're out in
St. Charles, yeah.
yeah.
Yep, suburban paradise,
The
baby.
mean streets of St. Charles. Now that's kind of how you got started with the whole TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Was talking about your life.
Yep. Yep.
And it was during the pandemic. So what
Yep.
was your first TikTok posted?
Gosh, well, one of my very first ones was just a dance, but I just started. I was so bored during COVID as an extrovert. It was like there was quite literally nothing to do. My family was driving me crazy, and the whole world was just terrified of COVID, and people were scared. And I started making jokes about it because I didn't know how else to handle it. And everybody on Facebook was like horrified that I thought, that I was making jokes about I was like climbing in toilet paper aisles and singing, singing all by myself in a toilet paper aisle. And
you're probably thinking this is just going to be for me or my close friends.
yeah, I mean, I've always been kind of an oversharer, and a lot of stuff I share does well, but I didn't expect to hit 1 million followers in 6 months. I mean, it shot up that fast.
You brought joy. People are probably loving it.
That's exactly what it is because all of my content is easy to digest. It's not going to sit and make you think all day. Yeah. It's not going to bother you. It's just, I usually, especially then, it was like just a joyous time.
Well, what was the first video you put out that you're like, man, something's going on here?
It was really early on. Oh, I was sliding down the stairs to this little song, oh, Sweet Caroline, bump, bump, bum, and you're supposed to go down on the bump, bump, bumps on your butt. But I flew down, grabbed my boobs because I didn't have on a good bra, and hit post. And I thought everybody was sharing it because I grabbed my boobs and it was funny. No, they were sharing it because they noticed how freaking dirty my house was. And there was like a cat hairball that like dusted up when I went down. And that's what I went viral for. People were duetting it, pretending to be the dust ball. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, do I delete this? And my kids are like, no. And so I just, from then on.
No, you leaned in.
Got more cats.
I did get more cats.
How many cats do you have?
What did it?
Like, well, I co-founded a cat rescue, Smelly Cat Rescue. So at any time, right now I've got 5 at home.
Damn.
So
Lern is going to be at your house.
I am.
Just to pet cats.
Okay, we'll cat talk.
Yeah.
So you see, like, you post this video, and it's like, all right, so you got 100 views, then 200 views, then 300 views, and how long did it take to really sink in? You're like, man, this is gonna. This is doing something.
I don't even know if it's still sunk in just because I'm just doing what I've always done, which is just share my life and like make people laugh. And now I'm just doing it in a different place. But it was more my kids that were like, oh my God, Mom, this is viral. And now it's viral again. And now it's viral again. And it was like everything that I put out just, I think when I hit 1 million followers, I went skydiving. I jumped out of an airplane on TikTok Live. So that was kind of fun. That was a big deal.
You got videos that have like 26 million views.
My highest one is 42 million views on one video.
Wow. Holy smokes.
That's
what is
not
that?
the dead fish video, is it?
No, it's the one where the guy in the beanie is like, "Hey, you Gen Xers that had to drink out of the sink, where are the hose? Where sink's not an option." And he's like very millennial, and he's got on like a beanie, and he's shirtless, and he's ridiculously good looking. And I had like a big clap back at him, and we call him Beanie Boy, and that's the one that went 42 million. I was like,
42 million.
Dang.
Wow,
Damn.
42 million. I can't even picture it.
And is this now a full-time job?
Full-time. It's been full-time for like almost 4 years now.
Holy
so
cow.
Content creation is just a whole other world. There's so much money to be made in it. If there's kids out there that are wanting to do it, if you have a kid coming home and they're like, "Mom, I want to be a YouTuber," do not crap on their dreams. Like that is.
Oh, I've been crapping on my kids' dreams this whole time. And now they're telling me not to do it. What a terrible parent I am.
Don't do it. I mean, I do it full time. So
I want my kid to be a doctor. Damn
No,
it.
you
What an
don't.
idiot I am.
Yeah, platforms pay you directly. So every platform I'm on pays me, and then I have brand deals, and then this tour, and I sell merch, and it's this crazy huge machine.
You are living every 14-year-old girl's
You really
dream.
are.
Literally, if you would have told 14-year-old me that I would grow up and like recreate hip hop videos for a living and like just do stupid fart jokes and 90s televisions, I mean, it's
And just be yourself.
Oh, it's surreal.
Yeah.
Every day I'm like, I can't believe this is my job.
Is some of it big budget, or is it more just organic, kind of at home stuff?
Organic at home. That's the beauty of TikTok.
No overhead.
Yeah, nothing has to be perfect. So that is why I get all these big brand deals
It doesn't
because
perform as well usually, right?
yeah, well,
Most of the high production stuff I've done does nothing, and then if
it does nothing.
I do an improvised take in one take, it'll get way more views.
Like I do brand deals for huge companies, for national companies, Gold Bond and Live Nation and all these things, and they want that authenticity. They want just me talking to my audience, and it doesn't really feel like an ad. And so a lot of companies are learning that influencer marketing is kind of where, the band Kiss hired me. They instead of doing this full promo, because even if you're Kiss, you got to promote that you're going on tour, right? They were like, well,
for the last time.
Yeah, for the last time again. They were like, well, why put out all of these, TV ads when we can hire this girl and she's got her bullseye like right on our demo. And I'm like, why does Kiss want to hire me? But it makes sense.
That's odd. So they just saw your video and they're contacting.
Well, I don't think it was like Gene himself, but like they're yeah. But
He would have charged
Somebody
you.
in their camp.
they brought me backstage before the show. I got to meet all of them. I got to hold all their guitars. I got to wear Gene's boots.
What?
I have full reign of everything when these artists hire me because they want me to show the audience like the backstage
Yeah.
experience. I got to drink Gene Simmons' fake blood.
Are you the reason that Gene Simmons is charging $14,000 for fans to work for him?
It may be because they paid me very well.
That's great.
He needs to recoup that money. But it's every teenager's dream now. This is what they want to be. They want to be a YouTuber. They want to be an influencer.
Yeah.
And listen, Kelly is from St. Louis.
Yep.
And you started just posting videos.
Yep.
So what advice do you tell, like somebody like my daughter who would love to get paid to talk about products?
I mean, the two most important things is you just have to start making content. You have to not care. I've never, like, I came out of the womb with this special, like, dust where I just don't give a crap what anyone thinks about me. I don't care about the haters. What, like, a stranger's opinion of me on the internet doesn't move my give a crap meter, like, even that much. It's not a big deal. So you have to have thick skin, authenticity. I do a lot of stuff about Gen X, and turns out everybody wants to talk about growing up Gen X because it's like group therapy because we never got to talk about it. So authenticity, something that you really love to talk about, and the biggest thing is consistency. So if you're going to post 3 times a week, you got to post 3 times every week.
How often do you post?
I post about 3 to 5 times a week. That's kind of my wheelhouse. Some people go crazy and think you have to post 3 times a day. You don't. If you post 3 times a day, post 3 times every day.
And there's different content on each platform?
A little bit. I mean, honestly, I'm probably the least organized and worst. Like, I'm the most type B person in the world. Like, I don't have anything organized. Sometimes I'm just throwing like stuff up, but I have a brand manager and a tour manager, and I've got companies that repost my stuff for me.
Look at you. You got people now.
Oh, I got so many people. It's ridiculous.
That's great.
I'm like, I could do this myself, Like,
We just have each other. We lean on each other. I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love you too.
I love people.
Yeah.
Which
You're
one
like,
do
can you post this video?
Yeah, post this video.
Which one do you like the most?
Which one what?
Which platform do you
TikTok.
like? Okay.
Yeah.
TikTok's always been my wheelhouse. It's like where the weirdos are. It's like where people aren't scared to be stupid.
Were you scared? It
So
was going to go
interesting.
away?
Hey, right?
There's talk. Still even talk about.
Oh, yeah.
TikTok going bye-bye.
That was a very real. I was at a hockey tournament when it went bye-bye for 12 hours. But I've diversified all of my portfolio online. So because I have so many different platforms, I would have been fine. Right. I mean, it would stink because it's a big source of income for me. But like currently, Facebook pays me more than TikTok, so it's always kind of like a ebb and flow. You got to like kind of watch the algorithms and what's going on, and just ride the wave.
What do your kids think?
They are both horrified and very, very proud.
That's good.
Especially getting like kind of like locally or like TikTok famous over COVID, where I didn't have to leave the house. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, I had to go out, and I'm like, oh my God, why do all these people know who I am? So I would go to pick the kids up from school, and like the kids would be hanging out the bus, like, Kelly Manno,
Do they ever say, Mom, don't post that?
No, I mean, no, because I'm not one of those people that post content about them. So it's really none of their business. Like once in a great while, I'll post something that might be a little too embarrassing. Like there was a company that wanted to hire me for feminine hygiene products. Oh. I ran that one by the kiddos, and like especially like my 20-year-old son, he's like, absolutely not.
Oh, come on.
Like we don't want our mom talking about vagina smell.
Vagina smell is natural.
Yeah,
the menstrual cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave that to our show, Kelly. We got to have something.
So, yeah, I talk about it all the time, and it's been a real shell shock for everybody, all the people listening.
I love it.
So once in a while, I'll run stuff by them, but for the most part, they know Mom's an idiot. And I've been like this before I had a platform, so they're used to this mom.
And it's what pays the bills, for God's sakes.
Right. If I need to draw a wiener in the snow, which, by the way, got 20 million view, drawn a wiener in the snow, that's what Mom does for a living.
Yeah. Hang on, hold up. Which snow? In your yard, or did you go to a field? What?
No, it was snowing one day, and I drew a wiener with my feet, and I did like a little circle, and I did like a hop, 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 and I turned and like walked away and did it to music.
Cute.
20 million views.
Wow.
Dang.
I haven't been filming when I do it, and if I would have been
This house
viral.
was built with snow wieners. That's what I would tell them all the time.
That is going to be what I tell them.
The air
from now
conditioning
on.
is on because of snow
Because
wiener.
of snow wieners.
Yes.
You guys
Neither
like
of them
nice things?
have tried to hop on.
Kind of, a little bit.
Surprised they're not looking for your guidance.
Yeah.
And
No, they think I don't know what I'm talking about. Whenever they're like doing something, they're going to post a TikTok. I'll be like, hey, you should edit this a little bit. And like, man, we're not influencers. We don't care. Like, we're not. Mom doesn't know anything. So
You'll probably propel your kids to be, like scientists and doctors.
probably.
Because they want to do the complete opposite of you.
That would be amazing.
There you go.
That would be
Perfect
amazing.
parenting.
That would be amazing. No, all of my kids really like video
you're yelling at
production.
them, draw a wiener in the snow. I want to go to med school, Mom. I'm going to med school. Deal with it.
Yeah, 'cause think about somebody like Mr. Beast, who's probably the biggest YouTuber out there. You know how much money he spends on his videos, like to make those videos?
Millions.
Millions. just for one video.
Yep, that's
and you're
crazy.
drawing wieners in the snow.
Yep, willy-nilly and getting paid, girl.
And getting 20 mil,
Yeah.
20 million views.
That's great.
Yes, I did not get $20 million for the wiener in the
But
snow.
20 million
Dang it.
views. And that's
20 million
amazing.
views drawing a wiener in the snow. And that the 20 million view video pays really well. So you just never know what's going to take off and what's not. So you just have to be really vulnerable and silly and not care what people think about you. Not care if a video flops. I could
Right.
care less. I make so much content that I'm not paying much attention to what they do. You know, it's like if people like them, they like them. And if they don't, they don't.
Well, and now you're on tour. Now you're actually on tour. This is wild.
This is wild. This started as like a joke because I met up with a couple of fellow content creators, Nick Harrison, John the Dad Bod Veteran, and the Real Slim Sherry. We're all Gen X, and we're like, hey, we should hang out and meet sometime because we've known each other online for years and years and years, and you never meet in person.
Right.
And they're like, well, maybe while we're hanging out, we should do a little stand-up show. And I'm like, why would we do that? We don't know how to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Like,
So you put together it's almost like a variety show.
it is. And we started, our very first show is for 100 people. And so each of us do a comedy set. Then we do like a little improv set together. We do a sing-along. It is so much fun. And it is so aimed at people that grew up Gen X and don't ever get out of the house. Our audiences are wild. It's like, stay-at-home
These are
moms
our
that haven't been
people.
out. Yeah, they haven't been out of the house and they go bonkers.
As long as I'm home by 8:30.
That's why we did the show at 5 p.m.
That's amazing.
We were good. They were like 7 p.m. I'm like, no. We are know your audience.
If I could be home by 8:30,
I love it.
perfect.
So many people have said, I am so glad your show's at 5 p.m. Everybody does everything at 7 p.m. And I said, no, let's do it at 5 p.m. But we're coming so we've been on tour since last September. We've done the Palms in Vegas. We've done all of these huge venues. And now we're coming to the Factory in Chesterfield this Sunday. And the last time I checked, which was last night, there were 62 tickets left.
Oh, boy.
Oh, good for you.
Congratulations.
Dang, that's awesome. Congrats.
That's amazing. Hometown show. Big hometown show at the Factory on Sunday. Show starts at 5.
5 p.m. So
Excellent.
Perfect.
you guys will be home and in bed by 8 p.m. And it's so much fun. If you have a chance to get out, get out. Tickets are at genxtakeover.com. And like I said, there were 62 left. And we're going to be able to say we sold out the Factory. And that's
amazing.
Incredible.
I can't even imagine how big that crowd is going to look. We're used to smaller ones. So.
And it's a hometown show.
Oh, I'm going to know everybody. This is the first time I'm doing jokes in front of the people I wrote them about. Like my poor mom, I talk about when she pooped her pants at Kmart and now she's going to
She's going to be in there.
she's going to be there for it.
Are you nervous?
I don't think I'm nervous. I'm more excited. I'm excited. I'm used to doing stand-up for complete strangers and hoping that they think I'm funny. And at least this way, half the crowd already loves me, so they got to at least give me a courtesy laugh. So I don't, I could suck.
Give it up for the hometown girl, right?
Yes.
I mean, come on, just a little something.
Yeah.
so cool,
I'm
Kelly.
from here. You could say I'm from here.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, St. Louis, and then just get a laugh,
All my friends and family, they're so excited because I've got 2 different lives. I'm on tour and people think I'm famous and I'm signing autographs and then I come home and nobody cares and it's perfect.
Right.
I love it like that.
It's amazing, what you've done. It just blows my mind
Mine too.
how just creating stuff with your phone,
Yes.
like this little thing right here,
Yep.
can lead to a career and tour in the country.
A huge career and it's not stopping. I mean, it's only getting bigger and it's like social media is what you make it. Social media can be a horrible thing. It can be negative and
Sure.
people can be terrible on there, but it's what you make of it. My algorithm is nothing but cats and funny stuff and fart jokes and wieners and, I love my social media. It's what you make it.
I too have the blessing / curse of not really caring what people think of you.
Yep.
And what I want to know with somebody that has so many followers from all walks of life, like you said, you zoom in on the Gen X, but you're getting viewers everywhere when you have a 42 million video. What happens with the comments? Do you care? Do you look at them? Do you scrub them?
I couldn't. There's no way I could look at all those comments. And so, like I said, I leave up the hater comments because normally it'll cause my followers to fight that person back. And then there's a big fight in the comments. And then my algorithm's like, woo!
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, if you guys want to fight in the comments, go for it. But I think I've been doing this 3 years. I can think of maybe 3 times I've deleted a comment. And it was because it was so far over the line that I thought it would hurt my kids' feelings for them to read it.
Right.
Right.
That was the only, because I don't care. But sometimes people just take things too far. It took a while for like my mom and my kids and people to understand, like, hey, mom doesn't care about these people. You don't have to respond to that. Because
Also, nobody likes seeing bad things written about them. I don't look at stuff.
yeah, I just don't care. But like, I had to train my family, like, you don't have to defend me in my comments to
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, right.
I had to do that with my mother.
I'm not going to say I don't care. Like, it's not going to affect me. I'm not going to harp on it. But if I see somebody write something negative, I go, oh,
Oh man.
Aw,
that sucks.
you're kind of a softie.
Yeah.
See, I have like a cold black heart. I don't know what it is that
I
I
don't believe
just
that at all.
I just don't care.
I wish I had that.
I could sprinkle that dust on you if I could.
I don't think it works that way. I don't know. I see something bad, I go, oh.
Yeah, you got to train yourself.
That's not
I've
nice.
been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
I came out of the womb this way, not Karen. So it's just, I wish, but I do wish that you didn't because you're so funny and talented.
Some people
You should
say
not
I
listen
care
to
too
idiots.
much.
Middle school trained
Wow.
me. Middle
Yeah,
school hard for me.
right,
It was like
right.
prison for me.
Everyone was so mean. Nobody could
I
say
was just
crap.
like, dude, I can't live. I don't belong here.
Oh,
so
grow-
then
growing
you
up-
just you just create your own world.
In Granite City, I mean, that was a tough town to grow up in. It's a gritty little blue collar steel town. Like, our teachers still hit us with wooden paddles and, fights every day. So I just, yeah.
How old are your kids?
20, 17, and 15.
Oh, so you're
I'm almost at the end.
you're almost. You can see the light at the end of the
And
tunnel.
now her watch has ended.
Yes, almost. Well, you would think it just.
You're getting close.
But my kids are coming to see my show. They've never seen my show before. Like,
wow.
they,
Oh, that's so cool.
They are so excited.
Are they bringing friends? Nice.
They're bringing. I made it an all ages show, so most of the shows are 21 and up. And I told my tour manager, I'm like, we have to make it all ages. I said, you don't understand. I have like a mass following of like 15-year-olds that would like cut somebody for me if they were mean to me. Like, we need to
Cute.
let these kids come.
They're going to change the content?
No.
Nice.
No. It's just like I think that
It's very Gen X of you.
of course it is. No,
This is going to be a PG-13 movie in the 80s.
Yes, it is. I operate my house like it's 1995. Like, our trampoline doesn't have a net around it. I threw that away. Like, it just.
We are the coolest generation. And remember we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The Gen X really is the coolest of all the generations.
Of course we are. I mean, like, our parents needed commercials to remember that we existed. Like, literally, they cared so little about us that they needed a commercial
It's
every
10
night.
o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Holy cow, I have kids. I didn't even think about that.
And that was a PSA. So it was such a pandemic that boomers were going to bed forgetting their children existed, that they had to do a public service announcement that they paid for to help stop it.
And how the times have changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all remember that. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children
kids
are?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. It was,
And there were parents that were probably like, holy cow, I have no idea.
I still reference it. In fact, like if there's a kid that's not in the house and it's 10 o'clock up, like my wife and I will make the joke. It's 10 o'clock. We're the kids.
And now we have Life 360.
You guys
Which-
invented it.
We did.
Because of
Which
all
now
the
we know where the
neglect.
kids are at all times.
At all times, because they would throw us out of the house in the morning on like a Saturday, and we'd be gone
Oh, yeah.
all day. We would ride our bikes so far, like
You had to poop. You had to become a cagey Southern lawyer to get back in the house.
I thought no, because I thought did my parents just think other parents were like feeding us or
My mom
like
didn't
letting
care.
us use the no, because we were
Her soap operas were on. You were getting a pound through the glass outside.
we
Go
were
poop in the woods
I
or
don't
go to a
think they-
friend's house or
I just
maybe
don't
a
think they
park.
cared.
no, we were eating mulberry bushes and pooping in the backyard. Like we had nobody to feed us. We had nobody. We didn't have safe spaces or trigger warnings.
Yeah, dude,
Nope.
my parents have said this multiple times, and it sounds like a joke to some people, but I know that it's not when it comes out of my mom's mouth. She's like, yeah, our job was just keep them alive.
Yeah.
It's like parents of the 80s, their whole mantra was keep them alive.
And I swear to God, Moon and I in the kitchen the other day were looking at my Life 360 to see where my son went last
Oh, yeah,
night.
dude. We were like, oh, look at that, 49 miles an hour. Yeah, he's speeding a little bit. on that
he's
one.
speeding a little bit. Could you imagine? Like, when I was 15, I was like dying in a field of vodka poisoning, and my 15-year-old scared to order her own food. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like if you could have told me back in the 90s, hey, I'm going to put Life 360 on you. Okay.
I almost got Scott killed multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
He tried to break my back once.
I think
It
I
was,
did actually break his back,
yeah, I
and we
think so.
never told the parents.
And he's fine.
He
at him.
does walk a little
I
funny.
have
Look
back
at
pain
me,
every
Reed,
once in a
it's
while,
fine.
but if I
He's
stretch,
fine.
I'm good.
Look at you. And you're very handsome,
And,
too.
but that's the funny thing is if we bring this kind of stuff up, because, there's a point when you start having these conversations as adults with your parents about, like, you let us do this and we did this. And what do they always say? You're fine.
you're fine.
You're fine. Mm-hmm. Never mind the trauma and the
Never mind, I've been
and the
shot
issues.
with a BB and stabbed with a jar. Like, I've got scars from
Those
everything.
scars made you tougher. You're fine. They never want to be questioned with whatever they
We
may
are
have dropped
cool
the
as
ball
hell.
with.
Okay.
We are cool. I mean, like, we were the only kids. Like,
Good for you guys. Yeah, I'm a millennial. I've been called Gen X or Gen X adjacent.
Gen X
because
adjacent.
I had the same childhood. I'm just younger. So
you're just younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely.
Like millennials are like our younger brothers or sisters. Like, we can make fun of you, but we don't like when other people make fun of you.
Thanks.
Then we'll defend you guys because it's like
Only we could do it.
only we could do it.
I got my church girlfriend pregnant at 16, and my family's like, "Yeah, you're fine now. It all worked out."
Great.
Yeah, you see what happened?
Yeah, like,
If
you're
you only
fine.
would have paid attention, right?
If you
Yeah, if
just
only
would
you
have had
would
a
have put this
conversation.
condom on a banana.
Yeah,
My
if you
God,
just would have had a
exactly.
conversation with me, Ma.
We were too worried about like catching on fire or stop, drop, and roll in quicksand that they didn't teach us about sex education.
Yeah, we were actually just more concerned with getting caught. That's all. Like,
Yeah.
if we,
I had a friend catch fire.
Did you really?
Did he stop,
Yeah,
drop,
TJ
and roll?
Pastore, he did.
but we should do that on
Hairspray?
purpose.
He threw aerosol cans in the fire.
Yeah.
They exploded. He was too close to the fire. He stopped, dropped, and rolled on rocks, and he got hurt that way as well.
Did it work though?
It did. I mean,
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
I think he runs an HVAC company now.
See,
He's fine.
entrepreneur. There you go. Probably from that instance.
Made him stronger.
We were hurt all the time. All the time. I remember playing Red Rover, and I'm like the small kid in class, and that was like brutal. Absolutely brutal. You guys remember Red Rover?
Oh,
Of course, yeah, they outlawed it
To the
about
ground.
10
We
years
still play it
after
every
us.
morning.
Your only job is to just clothesline your friends as hard as you can.
Damage. If you're not doing damage to that side over there, we don't want you on this side.
Yeah, and I was the smallest kid in the class, right? So I'm like 60 pounds soaking wet, and I'm like holding on for dear life. And
Yeah,
I'm looking at the fat kid in class who eats glue, and he's looking at me like,
Yeah, you're the target.
I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Being the small person during Red Rover was not fun.
You know, my car reminds me to check my back seat if there's a kid there.
Yeah. That's your invention, dude. That's your generation inventing those things.
We've come a long way.
We've come a long way. All right, listen, we got to take a break. Can you stick around?
I can stay as long as y'all want.
Great. You're hanging out. Kelly Manno's here. Make sure you see the Gen X Takeover Comedy Tour.
Yep.
Sunday over at the factory. Only 62 tickets remain.
Yes. Yes. At genxtakeover.com.
You could be in bed by 8:30.
Easily.
All right, so Rafe had a colonoscopy yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what did you eat the minute you were done?
He went to Any Guns.
Yeah.
You got a ribeye.
Had a ribeye and blue cheese au gratin potatoes and some bread pudding.
Nice. How
Really
was
loaded her back up. Filled the colon right back up.
How was the colonoscopy nap? I hear it's amazing.
It's pretty good. I woke up in the middle of it, but unbothered,
that's-
completely unbothered. Woke up, put me right back out, totally
I mean, that's
fine.
not good. You woke up in the middle of it.
It's
My
whatever.
experiences aren't so great now.
You're fine.
That felt great. I couldn't sleep last night because I think I got probably the best sleep I've had in a while.
But, Rafe had our buddy Josh with him the entire time, and Josh rolled tape. And, we'll play a little back for you.
All right.
What are we
can't
calling
wait.
it?
The Butts and Guts Blowout.
Rafe's Cool Colon.
Rafe's Cool Colon. Sounds great.
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza. All right, we'll play some of that next. All right, welcome back to the program. Big Friday show, guys. Kelly Manno's here.
Hey.
You can see her on all the platforms.
Everywhere.
Your TikToks, your Instagrams, your
You name it, I'm on it. Just at Kelly Manno.
Threads.
Face Grinder.
Not Grinder. Not OnlyFans either.
See her at the factory on Sunday for the Gen X Takeover Tour. That's going to sell out today, by the way. It's going to be done.
I think it is too.
It's going to be maybe even by the time we're done here.
I know. I'm really excited.
We move tickets on this show.
You do. I was
We
so
are-
excited to do this show.
We are ticket movers on this
Called the
program.
Rizz
True
Show bump.
story.
Yeah.
Before I was on the show, when I was just a little
Just a
comedian,
itty-bitty comedian, huh?
it's credit where credit's due, man.
We
this
move
show,
tickets
the people,
on this program.
this show moves the needle.
Well, I will tell you, The show starts at 5 o'clock on Sunday, and you'll be home and in bed possibly by 8:30.
Oh, yeah.
And that's amazing.
Easily.
For those of us who like to go to bed early.
Yes.
So Rafe yesterday, he had a colonoscopy and endoscopy.
Upper and lower.
Are those boobies?
No, that's a B, but I guess that way it does kind of look like boobies. And honestly, it could be a subconscious drawing of boobies.
I literally thought you just drew some boobs for me.
Well, that's what he does.
No.
Our Rafe's
Show
a
doodles?
doodler.
I'm a doodler.
Looks like boobs.
So Rafe, this week's in memoriam will be dedicated to your colon.
That's right. In lieu of this, usually every week we do an in memoriam where I say goodbye to people we've pissed off or gotten emails from or got butthurt about something we said or did. And sometimes it's ourselves. Sometimes we put our foot in our own mouths. But something else went in my mouth and my butt. And that was a doctor named Dr. Gregory. And he had gentle hands and a warm heart. And I took our videographer and one of my best pals, Josh McNew, as my driver, and he watches a lot of NPR. And this week he decided that he was going to turn my waking up from anesthesia into a hard-hitting journalistic expose.
Okay.
That we will simply call What's Up, Rafe's Butt.
Okay.
And we're going to play whatever he's prepared.
A little piece of it.
A little piece. There'll be a much larger video piece coming out later. But
so this is What's Up, Rafe's Butt. Here you go. Enjoy.
What happens when a man asks his best friend for a ride home from a routine colonoscopy and instead gets a mini documentary of the entire process? Rafe Williams is a comedian who has performed for packed clubs, radio audiences, and podcast listeners. But yesterday, he performed for an entirely different crowd. A crowd of nurses, a gastroenterologist named Dr. Gregory, and this time the packed crowd was in a bustling little town we call his rectum. We begin at the moment he wakes up. I asked Rafe what all he remembered.
Well, they put a bite in my mouth like a horse, and they said no talking once this goes in, and I just said, hey, let's play like champions today. Gave a thumbs up. Dr. Gregory laughed, and then he was like, can't wait to get in that butt, son. And I was like, why'd you call me son, Dr. Greg? That's crazy, dog. I did tell him it was cool if he milked my prostate, and he didn't seem super hyped about that, but I just wanted an open door policy all in. I was like, hey, man, if you're in there and you want to go full Stifler, get it, dog. You know, like, it's been a while, you know. Was my PP out? I don't know, dude. It's straight up out right now. Like, my gown is up, so somebody was taking a little looky-loo. That's fine. Ladies, just know that I am a grower, not a shower. So, can we get that? Can you guys spread that around the recovery room, please? I forgot to ask on a scale of 1 to 10 if I had a nice butt. I'll ask the nurse. She'll tell me.
While Rafe was trying to get a positive rumor started and solicit a nurse for a numerical score of his backside, Dr. Gregory entered and tried to give him some important information. I'm not sure that Rafe's takeaways were what the doctor had in mind.
And then you had 5 small polyps in your colon.
Oh.
I don't think all of them are adenomas, which is the precancerous type, but depending on how many of them are adenomas will determine when you need to get this done again.
Is there anything going on in my stomach?
Just ulcers from the ibuprofen. Okay, so no more ibuprofen. Take Tylenol.
All right.
Make sense? All right, take care.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being gentle. That guy works for Big Tylenol. Bruh, I know Big Tylenol when they're talking. I'll be doing a little background research on him on Google My Doc tonight.
After accusing his doctor of working for Big Tylenol, some of the information started to sink into his drug-addled brain. Sort of.
He said I had some Pollyannas in there, though. Or polyps. A polyp was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid in my ass was his home. And when he died...
Any pain, nausea?
I feel pretty good,
Oh, good.
Tanya, honestly.
That's great to hear.
How are you feeling?
Perfect.
Great.
It was at this moment that Nurse Tanya walked in and brought Rafe back to reality with his post-surgery instructions.
Yeah, so no driving, no drinking alcohol. Don't do anything that requires balance or coordination. Just take it easy.
I have a tumbling class at 6.
I would just suggest not doing that today.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
I could tell Rafe had been through a lot that day, and I wanted to know more about what his prep was like before his surgery.
Yeah, I took some pills and then I lost 7 or 8 pounds. It was pretty tight.
What are you eating?
And then, I was just kind of doing a crossword puzzle while I blew myself into the stratosphere. It was kind of nice. Took the pills and just like clockwork, dude, I was like the chocolate fountain at a Golden Corral.
Wow.
And I was giving it all she's got, Captain. I was giving
Man, that was
That was what we call the back end blowout. It's good to know that, like, I'm not, insane. Because everyone's like, oh, it could be psychosomatic. And I'm like, they're like, nope, you got ulcers pretty much all the way down to your duodenum.
Got Tanya.
Rafe's hypothesis about his psychosomatic condition was interesting. But was a full-body probing really the best way to evaluate his mental health?
My grandpa always said you had to go through your ass to get to your brain. Oh, wait, that's a Breaking Benjamin lyric? No, this guy listens to the point, dude. She's a brick and I'm drowning slowly.
That's Ben Folk 5.
Well, I knew it was a Benjamin. Whatever. Josh, put my underwear on me.
No, For the record, I did not place his underpants upon him, nor was it the last time he would ask. So, he got dressed. I wheeled him out of the hospital. He had one last inspirational word for the staff. That made absolutely no sense.
You're wrong about me, Dr. Connie. I am going to walk again.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
That's the only
This
way to
little
leave the
piece of
hospital.
a
little 5-minute snippet of about a half hour of real idiocy.
I've only known sober Rafe, and now I feel like I have known drunk Rafe.
yeah.
Yeah, your voice is very different.
I
when you
feel
were-
like that's exactly how you sounded.
I was
Entertaining
definitely
the
feeling
bar.
good when I woke up.
And your little used car salesman laugh is very good.
And you got Tanya.
I got Tanya good, man.
got Tanya
I had her
good.
a couple times. There was another guy in there that was the guy that was said Breaking Benjamin lyric was very, very funny. Real RIPs for the memorial. We got Rick Derringer passed away this week, and today we found out Chicago Mike from Kool and the Gang. Both playing great music, smooth jazz, keeping people in a good mood up in heaven. Real American style and Kool and the Gang style. And that concludes this week's M Memoriam.
Thank you, Rafe Williams. Oh, is that the Hot Shots bell?
It is. And when a Hot Shots girl enters the building, a bell goes off.
Are they here?
They are here.
Oh, and Kelly Manno's here. It's a big Friday show. All right,
Friday show.
stay there. You know what? We may need your help with a little game we're going to do here. So we're going to give away some tickets. The Hot Shots girls will be here. I think something simple. Porn star weatherman, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. Boy, we got a packed house, huh?
There's a lot of
Packed
people
house.
in here.
A lot of people in here. So Kelly Manno's here. Yep. See her at the Gen X takeover at the factory on Sunday. So we got that going on. Also on Sunday, the big 35th anniversary bash for Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill at the Hot Shots in St. Charles. Joining us, Mr. Justin Boyd, and we got Maddie and Raina from Hot Shots St. Charles in studio.
Good morning, Rizz.
So I got the whole thing planned out for you Sunday.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you go to Hot Shots because the party begins at noon.
Correct.
Party begins at noon. Hot Shots St. Charles. You go there. That's the pre-party for the Gen X takeover.
Oh, yeah.
Later on.
Sounds like a perfect day. A perfect day.
I think we get you worked into a nice lather, and then we send you off to the Gen X
Yes.
little bash after ours. And
Yes.
it's almost like a cornucopia of goodness. Really,
'Cause-
from noon until the evening.
Because Hot Shots St. Charles is not far from the factory. I mean, I think it's maybe 10 minutes away.
Stone's throw.
It really is.
Yeah.
As the crow flies, it is very close.
Listen, I know it's across the river, And some people think they got to get into a canoe to cross. But we have the bridge now, so it's fine.
Yep.
We have rental kayaks to get you across the river to St. Charles Hot Shots, Rizz.
Also on Sunday, I just want to make everybody aware of this. It is National Dinosaur Day.
Oh my goodness.
And we are a pro-dinosaur show.
Yes.
We're probably the most pro-dinosaur morning show in the St. Louis area.
You will not shut up about pterodactyls most
I know.
times I'm
Well,
around
my favorite dinosaur, as we all know, is the Allosaurus. Right.
Allosaurus.
Yeah.
Maddie, what's your favorite dinosaur?
You know, I'm going to go with the Tyrannosaurus
The
Rex.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Very good.
A real classic. I like that.
Small arms, big mouth.
That's
will
right.
eat you whole. Yes.
So I ask you this hard-hitting question. If there was a real-life Jurassic Park, would you go?
100% yes.
Yeah. I have to go.
Definitely.
And I am getting in the Jeep with Jeff Goldblum. I'm just going.
So you're
Yeah.
going to the Jurassic Park, Moon? I don't
Man,
think I'm going.
I gotta say, I feel like it's been out for a few years now. They've really kind of figured it out. The paddocks, the electric fences, they got it all down.
The island.
Yeah, they sacrificed a lot of employees in the process. And I'm gonna take a quick trip. I would like the day pass, not the weekend, because I'm gonna play the stats, have about 4 or 5 hours, maybe a meal, and then head out.
Oh, man. Remember when the guys are in the hamster ball in Jurassic World and they're running with all the raptors or whatever?
I will not be getting into any enclosed things in their zones.
Oh, I
won't
will.
be getting in the balls
I
of the
think
Jeeps.
I am.
So
Yeah.
Kelly's going. Rafe, are you going to the real Jurassic Park?
When I was in Hawaii, we got to go to where they filmed it on this little ranch where they filmed all the Jurassic Parks, and they had the thing with the hamster ball. They had the fake ride,
Yeah.
and you stood on the thing where the hamster ball was, and I was like, God, I wish this was real. We got to go in the paddocks where all the smart little things were being kept for Chris Pratt, where it looks like fake glass, and all I was thinking, I was like, oh man. This was real. I'd be dead because I'd be trying to pet them. I'm out. I'm in, and I don't care if I die.
Clever girl.
Ladies, are we going to the real world Jurassic Park?
I'm going.
I'm not.
You're not. I'm with you. I'm
Yeah,
not going. I don't want to be eaten. I don't want to take a chance.
No. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, you're not going to be eating. You're just taking a chance.
I don't want to take a chance.
I play the stats, bro. You can run faster than 60% of the people that are going to be there.
I can't run fast.
It's a legendary way to go, though. I mean, you get eaten by a dinosaur.
That's true.
Nobody can say
Yeah,
that.
but I'm not going to care about that because I'm going to be dead.
I would go, but my will would be in order.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
I
would die
die
a legend.
packing, right? Like, I will want to have like a gun on in the hamster, just in case, you know.
Yeah. I don't know if a gun would really affect much
No,
of a
it wouldn't.
dinosaur.
Scott, are you going?
Heck yeah, I'm going.
No.
I want to see these things. I want to befriend them.
Yeah, they
I
figured
have a
it
way
out.
with animals, and you know that.
I'm a zoo guy.
I want one of those blow-up Tyrannosaurus Rex costumes and just blend in.
Yeah, check this guy out.
Yeah, let's kill them all. Just have a little ripcord that if the hamster wheel gets broken into, I pull it and
Yeah, your
inflates,
disco dino.
and I just sneak off into the
Baby T-Rex.
the vegetation. Yeah,
Yeah, blending in. I'm one of you.
Oh man, remember they're in the tree and
Humans,
the
am I
brontosaurus
right?
comes up and it's like eating the tree and the
sneezes on
jello. Yeah.
Well,
Most
here's
of them
part of
don't
it.
even eat people, so I mean, your chances are good. Your odds are good.
So
Well,
we
you
think.
got T-Rex out there. Here's what America said. 29% said they would go. 50% said no way.
Hey, that
And
29%.
21% said maybe.
The 29% is going to pay a premium, though, baby. That's a big. I mean, considering all the things that have happened there, still having 29% of the population willing to go. What a market!
You got to fly out there.
What a market!
You got to probably get a passport.
Yeah, but they're gonna have the lightning pass. They're probably gonna take a. They're gonna take a cue from Disney. They're gonna have the genie thing and the lightning lane.
I don't know. Listen,
Woo-hoo.
Sunday we celebrate National Dinosaur Day. We celebrate Gen X Takeover Day. We celebrate Hot Shots' 35th anniversary. It's a big day. So coming up on Sunday. So Rafe and I are going to be out there starting at 3 o'clock. But the party at the Hot Shot St. Charles begins at noon, and it kicks off with what?
It kicks off with a big parking lot party. We have a big car show event happening throughout the day outside. We have a bunch of adult carnival games to benefit Wonderland Camp,
Nice.
which is the
Can
fine
you
organization.
give us an example of what you mean by
I was
adult
gonna
carnival
say.
games?
Cork galleries. We have some chuck-a-luck. We have a duck pond that you pick the ducks out of for maybe adult-themed prizes.
I don't know what Chuck-a-luck is, and I don't think I want
You're
to
going to
know.
learn. Rizz, you're going to learn. You're going to learn.
No, I don't think I want to
In
know.
St. Louis, you kind of have to participate in that. That's like a thing at parish picnics and things of that
You know
nature.
what Chuck-a-luck is, Moon?
Chuck-a-luck was a crackhead rapper
I thought it was
in the 90s.
I thought it was a dice game of some
So
sort.
is he there? Because that's cool.
They got him.
Chuck-a-luck. So anyway, the parking lot party goes all day. You guys will be there from 3 to 5. We have a Clydesdale coming in from 2 to 4. A couple of the city players will be there.
Nice.
Handing out some Michelob Ultras behind the bar, signing jerseys, things like that.
Louis going to be there.
Louis going to be. I know you couldn't stop talking that the ambush mascot is going to make an appearance.
Bushwhacker? You got him?
Oh, awesome.
You got him.
Sweet.
You know, if you get Bushwhacker out for an event, it is a primo day, Rizz. Okay.
Oh, nice. No dunk tank.
No
right?
dunk tank.
Okay,
They were
thank
still
God.
cleaning the hair out of it from Point Fest, so we were not able to secure it.
Have you ever been in a dunk tank?
Yes, many
Kelly?
times. I rent
Many
one.
times?
Yeah, I rent one every year. I'm getting one next weekend for my daughter's end of the year party for school.
I hate it.
I hope
You
they don't
hated
get
it?
ours.
We were in the dunk tank for Point Fest 2 weekends ago. It was the worst.
It was cold.
Did it give you anxiety, like not
Yes.
knowing if you're going to drop or not? That's the part I didn't like.
Well, I didn't like that. I didn't like the frozen water. That was
No.
That was
bad, too.
gray.
Did you put ice in? I
So
heard.
is gray
I
water.
didn't do that. I heard you guys talking about it the next day. I didn't put ice in. You think I would treat my RizzShow homies like that?
Yes.
You think I would do that to
Yes,
you?
1,000%.
I mean, I
don't think you
1,000%
would.
would, but I did not have access to ice.
Dunk tank water gets funky.
Oh, and there
I
were
went
6
first.
people in it. 6
Oh.
different people.
6
I
people.
went
God,
first.
you're so smart.
When they announced we're all getting in, I go, I will go first.
That's how women think.
That's right.
Oh.
Rafe went last.
Of course.
I got a mouthful of butt soup.
You did. It was butt soup and
He
people's-
dunked me from a hidden angle from the grassy knoll, and I was in the middle of talking trash to his son. Went in open mouth, drank everyone's butt water.
Oh, boy.
Immediately had all
And then
forms
you
of
had to do your
hepatitis.
colonoscopy.
You were ready for the colonoscopy.
Yeah,
It's the
they
first
got
time
in
I
there
went
and
in, I
whoa.
pulled a King Scott giant red hair out of my mouth.
You're welcome.
That's the greatest.
It was almost like between
Worth
your
money.
teeth.
Oh, it
You know,
was.
like it really
Between my
was.
teeth.
It
I
really
literally
was.
I went like this.
It was rough. It was rough.
Oh, my God.
Ow!
And it was like, whoop, and it kept coming. I was like, what is this?
It's like a penny whistle.
And then he didn't shower the entire Point Fest. This man, like I went backstage and took a shower.
I showered at home.
We're girls. That's what we do. Boys are gross. It's just
I took a shower.
You took, yeah.
I had to.
Moon, did you shower?
I did not actually.
you
no.
did.
I felt
I
the
did.
It's
funk.
fine. Nobody
Straight
complained.
to work.
I felt the funk upon me when I got out. I was like, "This is not okay."
Well, here was the one problem was there was one time I was dunked that wasn't ready, so I wasn't sitting forward on the board, so I was kind of back a little bit. So the board gave way and it scraped my back like down.
that's the part that sucks. I'm like, sit down with your hands in your lap. Don't move anything. Just take your punishment. Don't try to brace yourself. So yeah, that's not fun when you get scratched up and.
Oh no, it was bad. And then I think if I see one of those boots, I'm going to get like
You have PTSD?
I have PTSD,
That's fair. And you guys got dunked more than I've seen a fair amount of people.
and we
get
raised a
dunked.
lot of money for
Raised over
Wonderland Camp, by the way. So
Now, what happened at the end?
That with our crazy guy that was obsessed with
Yeah,
dunking
who
you?
is that guy that would
You know,
not
it's
stop
funny.
dunking me?
He used to be one of our employees.
What did I do to him? Is he one of our
he had
trolls?
a personal vendetta.
Is he Mr. Ignorant 69 on Twitter?
that's Rafe's arch
That
enemy.
seems right. 69-420.
I feel like he is someone who has been in the in memoriam for sure, because he dunked me 1,000 times.
Rafe has an arch enemy. His name is Mr. Ignorant 69.
Yeah.
That's his handle.
Now, we squashed our beef, I thought. But man, whoever that guy was, he had a soul patch and a vendetta.
Oh, is this Chuck-a-Luck?
Supposedly.
That is a version of Chuck Luck. Ours will be more of a wheel scenario where you
Okay.
have to spin a wheel. A lot of adult carnival games.
Oh,
It's
good.
going to be a banger. We have a taco eating contest.
Yes, I want to talk about the taco eating contest.
Yes. I brought tacos with me, by the way.
So how are we going to do this? So the taco eating contest is at what time?
4 o'clock. So I'm thinking we take registrations and we're going to pick 10 contestants and have them all eat 10 tacos. And the fastest to, empty their basket will score quite a luxurious prize. Tacos at Hot Shots for 1 year.
Tacos for a year. That's
I know.
tremendous.
I know. It's a big. So we'll take registrations throughout the day, and then we will have 10 entrants, and I'll probably have you and Rafe kind of MC the ceremonies. Maybe we'll get the soccer players to do it.
The last time I did an eating contest at Hot Shots, I got into
You
a
almost
fight.
got in a fight. That was at Webster Groves. I was there. It was over hamburgers.
Yes, it's hamburgers. And
wow.
a guy would not stop cursing. And it was like at noon.
Yeah.
I
And
hope he comes back for the taco
Maybe he had Tourette's.
contest.
You don't know.
he didn't. He's just an a-hole.
Oh.
Correct.
So, and there were kids there. Yeah, Justin was there.
I was there. I've never seen Rizz that fired up at a Hot Shots.
And
event.
here's what happened. You want to know the truth,
Go.
ladies?
Yep.
Everybody?
Captain Save a Kid.
I said, dude, you got to stop saying the F word. There's like little kids here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm a prude.
But have some common sense.
But like, come on, man. There's like kids here.
Right.
Captain Decency.
You know me, Captain Decency. I had my decency hat on that afternoon. And the guy said, then he said, F you to me. And I go, oh, this is what we're doing.
Oh.
He goes, you want to go outside? I go, yep, I do. And I was hoping that somebody would step in and break it up.
Sorry about that, Rizz.
But they didn't.
I think I was
Entertain
laughing.
these people. Yeah.
And
Hot
in
Shots
my
is
head,
Bartertown rules, dog.
Correct.
in my head, I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to get my ass kicked because this guy's clearly way bigger than me and has had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
And is all raged out.
And a couple burgers as well.
A couple burgers in him. When he said, you want to go outside? I immediately got, yep, let's go. Thinking, like, Justin's going to step in.
Yeah. Did you announce it as you moved towards the door? Here we go, going outside.
Yes.
Happening right now. Me
That's exactly
going
what
outside
happened.
to fight. Better not try to stop me.
It was Jeff Burton and me who were
yes.
down there.
Oh, yes.
And I was expecting one of you, my friends, to step in. And we're going outside now. We are on our way outside.
Uh-huh.
And I go, he's rolling up his sleeves.
Jeff
Now
and
we're
I are just
outside.
enjoying the
Was it
hilarity.
Steve Templeton?
No, thank God, no. I think eventually somebody stepped in and said, whoa, let's not do this. But we were going. Like, we were going.
You know.
Did you go put a wig on in the van and come back and say, oh, you guys shouldn't fight?
I'll be right back. Hey, stop fighting. That sounds like you disguising your voice. No. That's the last contest I did with you guys
These
down
are the
there.
memories we're going to be rehashing. 35 years of Hot Shots memories, Rizz. And
man.
by the way, as an aside, I wanted to thank you and all of your listeners and the whole show here for, being a huge proponent of Hot Shots over 35 years. That's a big accomplishment. And we've been with you guys for a fair amount of those 35 years.
I will say that been doing mornings on the point for 15 years and it'll be 16 years now. The Hot Shots was the very first sponsor on this program.
You're still here to this day.
I know. It's been a long time.
See? It's like
Justin, how many bikini contests have we done?
I mean, in the 10s, in the 20s, in the hundreds.
Hundreds.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. What a time it was, Rizz. We'll tell our grandchildren about it one day.
I mean, the glitter incident of 2009 will never be forgotten.
Still talked about that. We're
Your
going to have
grandchildren might be in the Hot Shots bikini contest in those years.
Maybe. I don't know.
You
I don't know
know.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Correct.
But we celebrate on Sunday at the Hot Shots in
We celebrate all
in St.
things Hot
Charles.
Shots. It's going to be probably the biggest party we've thrown ever, and it's going to be awesome.
It's shaping up to be.
I really hope that everybody will come out. Just come out for the day. Bring the kids if you want to get a picture with the Clydesdale or the Ambush mascot or Louie. Check out the cars.
Yeah, can everybody? Is it an all ages?
Yeah, just come by,
Okay,
hang out. It's all outside. There'll be stuff inside too. It's like a whole. A Hot Shots memory lane with some of our stuff for the last 35 years.
Nice.
I even found some pictures of you guys from many, many years ago at remotes and events and young Rizzuto. Boy, what a handsome gentleman.
I was so thin and full of life and handsome. Some
you
would
still
say.
are. You still are a handsome. You're a handsome gentleman.
It's over.
Rizz.
By the way, the weather on Sunday. Ready for this? High of 82, sunshine galore.
That's
It's going to be
Lather up.
beautiful.
Can we just lather? We
That's
need
perfect. It's going to be
lather.
Chamber of Commerce Day. I tell you that.
I might wear a tuxedo. No monocle required, but you can wear yours if you would like.
So we got the outdoor food and drinks, we got the music, we got the games, we got the activities, adult carnival games benefiting Wonderland Camp, we got the car show, we got the Clydesdales, you got Rafe and myself, the city players, Louie, Bushwhacker from the Ambush, and the taco eating contest at 4 o'clock, which you could register for right there.
Yep.
That day.
We have a dart tournament all day. We have a bags tournament all day. We have everything all day. It is going to be an all day banger.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Maddie and Raina will be there. These ladies here from Hot Shots St. Charles. They'll be there, kind of hosting the festivities with all of us and you guys. It's going to be a really cool day.
Well,
So-
ladies, I'm glad you're here.
Ooh,
Because
same.
we're going to play a contest.
Same.
And Kelly, you're involved too.
All right.
The contest we're playing is called Porn Star or Weatherman. And it is a simple concept here. Rafe will read you a name, and you tell us if it is a porn star or a weather person. Now, Moon's a great lifeline, and Lern, great lifelines. If you need them, they're here for you.
Yes.
Because they're experts at porn stars and weathermen.
Both.
Okay.
I love watching the Weather Channel.
Yeah, we're both weather experts. That's
Yeah.
really what it boils down
Now,
to.
you only get to use them twice. Each one of you gets to use them twice.
Okay.
So we have 20 names altogether. Scott, get on the phone. Out of 20, how many they'll get? How do they get? That's the listeners. That's their challenge. Out of 20, how many will you guys get correct? This is a very simple concept.
And all we get is the name, just the name. Okay.
All you get is a name. Now, you could each use Moon and Rafe, Moon and Lern twice.
Got it.
And use us, okay? We want to be
Lean
used.
on them. Lean on them. All right. Rafe, are you ready to start reading the names?
Anytime, brother.
And who should we start with? We'll start with Matt. Oh, let's get a sponsor.
CarStar, your auto body repair expert. Hail damage, see him at carstar.com.
How can we forget? And by the way, can I bring up something real quick before we start the game? So Rafe and I are supposed to be doing our track 270 punishment. So Rafe and I lost the Rizz Olympics, and we have to drive 275 laps. 5 laps on 270. It's going to take hours.
Yes.
Sucks.
It's going to be like 7 hours total.
He thinks it's going to be 4.5, and I'm like, you're out of your mind.
I don't think
dude.
it's going to take 4.
We'll see.
I don't think it's going to take 7 hours.
Right time of day, you get the right weather. I say 4:50.
I say about 4. I say 4 hours.
Have you seen the construction?
I know.
Yes.
It's going to be a thing. It's going to be Friday afternoon. We have a target date of June 13th.
Yeah.
And thanks to CarStar for giving us a car to do this.
Yeah, man, huge.
Okay, here's a problem, though. We're having an issue getting insurance
Why?
because the radio station doesn't want us doing this.
You're just driving a car.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's been a whole thing.
It's been a whole thing.
It's just driving a car. We do it every single day.
What if we get into an accident?
Then your insurance will cover it if you're insured. That's how car insurance works.
Yeah, but what if we're representing a radio station and a company?
Oh, for God's sake.
This is what I'm saying.
This is
the world we live in now.
Yep.
Every
Where I'm
little
arguing
thing.
with the boss, saying, "What do you mean insurance?" Well, the insurance company is kind of iffy on this. I go, "What does that mean?"
It's very non-Gen X of them. Am I right?
I was going to say, some of the stuff we used to do on Stephen DC was absolutely insane.
Times were different then.
Yeah, like tying balloons to a guy in a chair and letting him float off. I mean, like,
Yes.
and nobody even batted an eye. And now you can't even drive a car.
Now we can't drive a car because they're worried about what if we get into an accident and somebody gets hurt and they're going to sue, the company.
And they may be driving not their cars. So that's the whole thing too.
So
right?
we're looking for a sponsor for the insurance.
Just
This is
$5
coming.
million.
This is not coming from St. Louis, by the way. This is from the home
corporation.
Sure.
the home office up in Minnesota. I'm just saying.
And they don't understand the fun.
It's like the fun police.
You might have to do it in a scooter, like one that doesn't need to be
Ooh,
insured.
I've got 2 scooters.
Dumb and Dumber it.
I've got 2 like Dumb and Dumb scooters.
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah.
think we should do it in a limo.
It's not the worst idea.
Who's got a limo service that
Yeah,
will
rental?
Then we're covered. Worst case scenario, we rent a limo. Limo service got their own insurance. Be a pretty fun day for us. It's going to
they're
change
not
the whole
worried.
vibe
They're
of
worried
Track
about
270.
if something happens and we're on work hours, that the radio station is liable.
Well,
Isn't that wild?
it is wild.
So
It is wild.
this has been, and Lern's
Why did
been
they
in
find
the
out
room.
about the
This
monkeys?
is- This has been
We've
a whole
been trying
thing.
our best, and we are getting hit with roadblock and red tape.
It's
being
left and
oppressed.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
2020. We are being oppressed.
This is oppression, right here.
They're oppressing me. You see this?
Yep. I can tell you from experience, though, it is difficult to prove that the radio station was liable because I was sued by Dr. Phil in Paramount Pictures.
Okay.
Dr. Phil sued you?
Yeah. Whenever I was with Stephen DC, I went on the Dr. Phil show with a fake story.
Yeah.
And made him look like an idiot.
Nice.
And
You can suck this.
yeah.
That was from your episode, apparently.
What are you
What was
doing, you effing little bitch?
How dare you, Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
He did.
Somebody touched my pee-pee.
Whoa. Now, that was a different episode.
He looked at me on the air and said, "Well, you couldn't be any dumber if we cut your head off." And I'm thinking, I'm pulling one over on you, you old fart.
What
like,
was the story?
Oh.
it was like that I was in like a love triangle, and like my fiance wasn't going to marry me if I stayed friends with this other person. And we made up this big story because we had just done a job with Dr. Phil, and he wasn't very nice to work with. So that was my idea to get him back.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah. And so when it aired, obviously everybody in St. Louis knew that I was not who I said I was and that it was all a big fake story. And then everything was great and it was so funny. And then there was like, Kelly, you need to come up to the front of the radio station back at the old MS building.
I'm horrified.
And walk up and got served with Paramount Pictures lawsuit.
Wow.
So then I had to go into my boss's boss at MS, and they're like, okay, you did what? I'm like, I just went on Dr. Phil and made up a story. That's all. But they couldn't prove that Stephen DC made me do it.
Right.
So they had to drop the lawsuit because then they were just suing a 21-year-old girl from Granite City, and I didn't have a pot to pee in. So I say do it. You're going to be fine.
Okay, you go to Tommy's office.
I'll go to Tommy's office.
Yeah, Rizz.
Yeah.
You got what a 21-year-old gal probably has. They're not coming for you, bruh.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah,
It's
they're
gonna
not
be
coming
fine.
for
Okay,
you.
it's gonna-
Kelly said it's fine.
It's going to be fine. Kelly Manno said it's fine. Okay.
And if it goes wrong, it's content. I mean, like, what?
Sure, we'll be doing TikToks together.
Yes.
Because I'll be fired
getting
for my
endorsements.
job. So
I mean, yes. What else can we do?
it's going to be Kelly and Rizz on the TikTok account,
Yeah,
okay? Because
uh-huh.
I'm going to blame you.
Yep.
Okay, guys, let's get serious. It's time for a contest.
Okay.
It's time for a contest. Porn star weatherman. What do we have to give away, Moon?
We have all sorts of tickets. Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens. We have Falling Reverse Slaughter to Prevail, Hollywood Undead, and Sleep Theory at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. And we do have pairs of tickets to Jeremy Piven at the Factory next Sunday.
Next Sunday, where Kelly's going to be
Yep.
this Sunday. So
I'll keep the green room warm
keep
for him.
the green room warm for Jeremy Piven. A week
Yep.
later, he's there. Okay. Who should we start with? Let's start with Raina first, and then we'll go around. Remember, you got Moon and you got Lern if you need them.
All right.
Let's go.
Simple concept. Is this a porn star or is this a weatherman?
Out of 20, how many will they get correct? Here we go.
Brandon Iron.
Learn.
Brandon Iron.
Brandon Iron.
I'm going to say that is a porn star.
And you are correct.
One for one.
One for one.
Dang.
Who next?
Maddie's next.
Maddie. Brandon Weathers.
Porn star.
Wrong. Weatherman.
Oh, no.
From Duluth.
Guy was born for
Two
it.
on the nose. I don't
Kelly.
blame you.
Yep.
Kelly. Mike Morrison.
That would be the worst porn star name ever. So that's got to be a weatherman.
Correct.
Correct. Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo's own Mike Morrison. We go back to Raina.
Raina. Devin Wolf.
Porn star.
Correct.
Very good.
Nice.
All right,
Maddie.
Maddie. Brandon Spinner. Brandon
I'm
Spinner.
going to phone for help over here.
Let's go to Moon or Lern.
Learn.
Okay. Brandon Spinner.
Brandon Spinner.
Brandon Spinner. I'm imagining a helicopter right now.
Oh, yeah.
Makes one of us.
Which kind?
Porn star.
No.
Damn it.
Weatherman.
Wrong.
Cincinnati,
Helicopter.
Ohio. Next. Kelly.
Kelly. Francisco DiMacho.
Ooh.
Francisco DiMacho.
I believe it's Francesco. Francesco. DiMacho.
DiMacho.
Porn star.
Correct.
Wow.
Nice.
Back to Raina.
Raina. Sam Champion.
Champion.
Sam Champion.
Porn star.
Wrong.
Dang it.
We all thought.
Weatherman. Maddie.
Maddie. John Fuller. John Fuller.
I don't know what the way you're saying it here.
John Fuller.
John Fuller. John Fuller.
Would you like to use Moon?
Porn star.
You're saying porn star? Wrong.
St. Louis's own.
St. Louis's own.
St. Louis's own John Fuller.
St. Louis's own John Fuller.
I have no idea. I don't watch the news.
Well,
I don't believe in weather.
Surprise, surprise. Next.
Weather's not real. Kelly. Bruce Venture. Bruce Venture.
Porn star.
Correct.
Killing it.
Wow, Kelly.
That was a guess.
Raina. Storm Field.
Come on.
Storm Field.
I'm on a phone for help. Moon.
Well, this is the first one that I haven't known. Let's see. Storm Field. I feel like we have a couple weather people named Storm, but not in this case. Show me porn star.
Wrong. I grew up watching Stormfield in New York.
Oh, nice.
I'm retired. Stormfield. 1, 2, 3,
Is that a
4
guy or a
correct.
gal?
It's a guy.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking woman porn star there.
That would have been Stormy.
Oh,
Yeah, Stormy. Yeah.
I was thrown.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's number 11.
Who am I on, Maddie? Maddie? Topper shoot. Topper shoot.
We're going to go with porn star.
Wrong.
I think I've gotten everyone wrong.
All right, and for the storm and the forecast this weekend, we'll go over to Topper Shoot.
Topper shoot in Washington, D.C.
Topper, over to you. What a
Topper
name.
bottom. All right, Kelly.
Yep.
Kyle Mason. Kyle Mason.
I'm going to go with, that sounds like a weatherman. I'm going to go with reverse psychology and say porn star.
Correct.
Nice.
I like how everybody's an expert, by the way, on the
Yep.
on the texter here.
Oh, yeah.
Rent your own car, dummies. Insurance paid. Problem solved.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
We didn't think of that.
No one had asked that question before.
We didn't think of that, man.
No.
God, the brain trust has arrived.
I mean, it's not like we work for a
Right.
giant company and our
Yeah. No
livelihoods are on the line.
No
That's
one,
fine.
no one in the multi-city corporation considered renting a car.
On our own. Thank you, buddy. Next.
Drive your own car. Raina. Marcus Dupree. Marcus Dupree.
Weatherman.
Wrong.
What?
Porn star.
Okay.
Maddie. Brad Newman.
I'm phoning for help again.
Moon.
Moon.
Brad Newman.
Brad Newman.
Brad Newman.
That's such a 50-50. Brad Newman. Brad. Oh, what a terrible
B-Rad.
What a terrible name
Oh,
for a porn
Brad.
star, right? I want to work with Brad today. Let's say weatherman.
Wrong.
Brad's getting fluffed.
Hi, I'm here. I'm Brad.
Next.
Kelly Bruce Beckham.
Lots
Your
of
second Bruce.
Bruces.
It's your second Bruce. Bruce Beckham.
I'm going to consult Lern.
Okay.
Bruce Beckham.
I figure like all Bruces are porn stars.
I see Bruce as a perfect name for a porn star or a weather guy.
I love the name Bruce.
I mean, there's a perfect
Me
name
too.
for either.
I'm going to need an answer.
It's like an 80s porn star. I'm going porn star.
Porn
Yes.
star.
Killing it.
Nice.
Very
See, I
nice.
trust a Bruce. If a
Raina.
Bruce tells me anything, I'll trust a Bruce.
Bruce.
Hey,
Levi.
Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Bruce Bits died down. And
Hey, Bruce.
Levi Cash.
Cash.
Levi Cash.
Okay.
Levi Cash.
I use both my phone for helps.
You're on your own.
Okay. Porn star.
Correct.
Nice.
Guys, there's 4 more to go. Here we go.
Maddie.
I believe in you.
Guy Hagee.
What?
Guy Hagee.
I'm going to go with weatherman.
Correct.
All right.
Nice.
Got one.
Go ahead.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Carlo Cox.
Oh, well, that's a porn star. Porn star.
COX.
Carlo Cox.
Sticking with porn star.
There's no way you're a meteorologist and keep that name. Like you,
Correct. Yes, that is a porn star. Yes. Well done.
Good logic.
Okay.
Last 2.
Last 2.
Okay.
Let's finish strong, girls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 correct. Terrible showing, guys.
Hey, I'm 5 for 5 over here.
Dang.
Give it up for Kelly. I mean, she
like-
knows porn stars and weathermen.
Sure do.
This is Gen
it looks
X,
like-
dude. We used to get quizzed on
It looks
porn
like
stars.
nobody's going to win, by the way, because it was 13, 14, 12, 13, 14, 13. Sorry, nobody wins. But
Everybody
Happy
wins.
Friday, everybody.
Sorry we disappointed you.
I was saying 10.
okay, last 2.
All right. Raina. Steve Stucker. Steve Stucker.
I'm going to go with weatherman.
Correct.
Yeah.
good. All right, finally,
Maddie.
four-star weatherman.
Final one. Anthony Hardwood.
We're going with porn star.
And we finished strongly. Yes.
Very good.
Well done.
We finished strong. All right, listen. We've had a lot of fun here.
Yep.
Raina, Maddie, Mr. Justin Boyd, make sure you go out to Hot Shots, St. Charles, Sunday for the big 35th anniversary party. It's going to be a huge blowout. Also, make sure you check out the new Hot Shots menu.
Yeah, I was going to say, we just rolled a new menu a couple weeks ago. I brought you guys a couple selections from that. New Cuban sandwich, waffle fries,
Dude,
red
Cuban
hot
sandwiches
riblets
are
back.
so hot right now.
Man, oh man, you should try ours. It is fire. It is really good. I had them cut it up in this tiny pieces so you guys can give it a run. New menu's out. Sunday will be a hell of a party. All the details at hotshotsnet.com. Sunday Fun Day. Raina and Maddie will be there going over weathermen or porn stars live and in person.
Yep.
Jello shots.
Yeah,
Jello shots.
Yeah.
Learn. It's going to be a certified
You guys
banger.
do it right.
All right. Can I just tell you, we've been planning and building up to a crescendo with this, and we're looking forward to having all of our fine friends out on Sunday in St. Charles. And that is the actual date that Hot Shots opened 35 years ago. You know, it's on the same day, June 1st.
And that's the OG location out there.
Correct.
in St. Charles.
1990 to 2025. You know,
Right.
so Hot Shot St. Charles is older than a fair amount of our listeners, you know, that
That's
are listening
amazing.
to us right now, and older than Maddie and Raina, quite honestly.
Well, yeah.
So it'll be a great day, and come celebrate with us, and we look forward to having you guys.
We'll all
on.
be out there. Then we'll head over to the factory to go see Kelly and the Gen X Takeover Tour.
Yep.
Making a stop, hometown.
Like
What-
60 tickets left.
60. There's less right now. So
Probably.
get on it right now if you need tickets. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank
Where
you.
can everybody find you?
Online at Kelly Manno, and if you're looking for the rest of the tour, because we are on tour all year, and even into 2026, we're already picking dates.
That's
so
amazing.
genxtakeover.com is the tour website.
Awesome. Well,
And-
good luck to
yep.
everybody involved. And we'll see you guys all on Sunday. We'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. Belly full of Hot Shots food, feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling into the weekend. Gonna be a nice weekend too. And before we hit the old dusty trail, I do want to give a shout out to St. Louis's own Fred Bird.
Really?
Yes.
St. Louis's own Fred Bird.
Oh.
Now, when you look at Fred Bird, Scott, do you go, man, that is one sexy animal?
Oh man.
For sure.
Yes, indeed.
Have you
I
ever
know.
seen his yellow legs? Are you kidding?
Dude, and you know Fredbird knows baseball. He, I saw him over at Schlafly, and we started talking about baseball. We were going into everything with their winning
Hold up.
streak and all this kind of
Wait,
stuff.
wait,
What do you mean you talked to him?
I
I've talked to him and he's never.
He doesn't talk.
No, what he said was,
Tweet.
Oh.
and he knows his stuff.
It was
You guys,
Well,
you blew my setup. You blew
I
it.
get foul
Well,
thoughts when I see him.
Killed the bit. Sorry,
the sports bet. Yeah, I didn't know you.
They call us the
Sorry,
bit
buddy.
killers.
Oh, no, it's
King
cool.
Scott and
The
I.
sports betting company Bet USA ranked the 15 hottest mascots in baseball. The 15 hottest mascots in baseball.
Okay.
Now there are how many teams are there? 30 teams.
Roughly their boots. Let's see here.
But 3 of them do not have mascots. Can you name the 3 teams that do not have mascots?
The Dodgers.
Yes.
Hold up. Hang on. The
Texans.
No, they have a mascot.
Shooter McGavin.
Let's see. I'm thinking. Okay, the Mets have one. I know that.
The Mets have 2.
Okay, and then the Orioles, obviously.
Orioles. I mean, obviously, yes. Or the Oriole
The
bird.
Jacksonville.
That's not even a team.
Okay.
They're good this year.
The Dodgers do not have a mascot. The Angels do
Which
not
is
have a
silly.
mascot, and the New York Yankees do not have mascots.
Wow.
Because they're no fun.
They don't need one. We're the Yankees.
We
And
don't
as
have
far
facial
as
hair.
the sexiest Major League Baseball mascots are dear Fred Bird.
What?
This guy.
One, baby, number
This
one.
is
Come on, baby.
exciting.
You got a beat that won't quit.
Number one.
He's a good-looking dude, right?
He is a great
Oh,
painter.
again, the yellow legs, please.
He is. He's 12th. I mean, that's fine.
That's fine.
Could be worse.
I personally think he should be a top 5er.
If the Philly fanatic gets up in there,
Well, he is handsome.
The Philly Fanatic is number 2.
get out.
Yeah.
Come on.
I understand
People
a
love
little crazy.
The sexiest mascot, according to Bet USA, is D. Baxter of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Hang on.
D. Baxter.
He is handsome.
Is the SIUE Cougar on this list?
It's only
was
baseball.
she included?
It's only baseball.
Have they seen our
Major
Cougar?
League Baseball. Clark
this
the
one's-
Cub of the Chicago Cubs is number 3.
He
You've
looks
got to be
dumb.
kidding me.
This is this looks like one he bought off Amazon.
this
and they just-
nerdy college level looking crap.
I mean, that's
They-
a sexy cat.
They bought that off Amazon.
But it's
Look at
not
those
even
legs.
And
like
I said it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he's wearing fuzzy sweatpants.
That's not a mascot. We've banned him.
Rosie Red of the Reds is number 4. Mrs. Met of the Mets, number
Yes.
5. Billy the Marlin from the Marlins, number 6. Mr. Met from the Mets, number 7. Who's just a baseball head.
Oh, Rosie Red. That's
Okay, I don't like whatever the hell Rosie Red is. That's freaking
kinda
me
tight.
out.
That's kind of tight.
Look up Mr. Met.
I don't hate it.
Mr. Met's
Mr.
awesome.
Met is
I
a
get.
handsome
I thought
boy.
Mr. Met was going to be number 1.
Mr. Met.
Well, also,
It's the same thing. It's Rosie Red. It's
Yeah.
just a
They
baseball.
just dressed her up like Dottie
It's
Henson.
Balls
Well,
blue. or
Mrs.
I
whatever.
thought
Met.
Orbit was going to be number 1.
Mrs. Met is 5. Mr. Met is 7. Raymond of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Preparation H.
Right.
Raymond of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Orbit from the Astros is 9.
He should be 1.
Oriole Bird from the Orioles.
Orbit looks
is
like
10.
Sesame Street Shrek.
Blooper from the Braves is 11.
Dollar General Shrek.
12 is Fred Bird.
Blooper
they-
from the Braves.
Blooper, yeah. What is that thing?
Dude,
Look
he
at
is
that,
handsome.
dude. That's kind of funny, man.
The ears probably is what's turning
I don't
people
like
on.
Blooper. They say about Fred Bird, he's been a constant presence at Busch Stadium, dancing on dugouts, cracking jokes, keeping the energy up with his bright red feathers and unapologetic confidence. There's something low-key attractive about him.
And he puts your head in his mouth, you know, which is cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. He's a giver.
Paws of the Tigers, number 13. Slider from the Guardians, number 14. And Rangers captain of the Texas Rangers is number 15.
Lost to this
Cool.
2-bit Joker
He looks like he got stung by a bee.
Bobcat. Yeah, what
you
a
know what it
dumb-
is? It's the sweatpants. Remember how
That's what I
gray
mean.
sweatpants were hot a couple of years ago and men were wearing them left and right? That's what this thing's doing.
Was this written in Arizona, this article?
You could take it up at BetUSA.
I will.
I'm just reporting.
What a nerd.
All right, if you missed anything on the program today, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also, the podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Today's podcast is titled...
We changed it a few times, but I think Snow Wieners built Kelly Manno's house.
There we go. Snow Wieners built Kelly Manno's house. And appreciate Kelly coming in. See her at the factory on Sunday. Appreciate our friends from Hot Shots coming in.
Yeah, happy 35th.
Big party at Hot Shots St. Charles on Sunday beginning at noon. See Rafe and myself out there beginning at 3. Moon, what else?
Support your local musicians. Go to local shows. I don't care what size, what venue, what it is. You know, like if you say you support a band, like the only way to support them is not just to listen to them on Spotify where they don't get paid.
What?
You go to shows. You buy shirts. You support them. You tell your friends. You play that stuff everywhere. So go see some local musicians this weekend.
All right. Learn.
I just want to say to my friends BJ and Chris Vogt that I'm thinking about them. They lost their dad this week, and BJ listens to the show all the time. They're good friends of mine, and just thinking of y'all and the emo gang community. And I just, R.I.P. to Bob.
Rafe.
R.I.P. Bob. No notes.
Scott.
R.I.P. Bob. And if you can get out your desktop computers tomorrow night, come hang out on YouTube with Clownvis and myself, and we're going to have a fun game night.
All right.
On
Game
Clownvis
Very
to
cool.
the Rescues
And
YouTube channel.
Scott. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers member today, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from Wentzville. Kathy Grosinger is our Teamers member today.
Kathy.
Kathy, you want to hear the song? Here it is.
Okay.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Energy up.
The Rizzuto Show.